Once again, we say good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back to the Bellevue Bruins Sports Network as we continue with day number 2 of the NAIA National Baseball Tournament opening round in the Bellevue bracket. Our next game will be between the host team, the number 1 seeded Bellevue University Bruins, taking on the number 3 seed, the Oklahoma City University Stars. Mick Krupski and Chris Williamson back with you to bring you the play-by-play and color commentary of today's game. Just to update you on the game earlier today, in an elimination game, it was Doane University Tigers defeating the Grandview University Vikings by a score of 3-2. Grandview got off to a 2-0 lead, but Doane continued to chip away, scoring the go-ahead run in the 8th inning to win that one 3-2. They advance to tomorrow's second elimination game, and they'll take on the loser of the upcoming game between Bellevue and Oklahoma City. The winner of this game between the Bruins and the Stars advance to tomorrow's 3:30 p.m., and they will have the upper seed to advancing to the NAIA Avista World Series in Lewiston, Idaho. A beautiful day for baseball today, about 20 degrees warmer than it was yesterday. Sunshiny skies overhead. Don't have to worry about drizzle and mist like we did yesterday. Temperatures expected to be in the mid to upper 70s by the time we get through this one. As we look down on the field, we see the 2 head coaches along with the 4-man umpiring crew. Dwayne Monlex, the head coach for the Bellevue University Bruins. Keith Lytle, the head guy for Oklahoma City University. As they go over the ground rules once again, let's take a look at the starting lineups in today's game. The Bellevue Bruins will be the visiting team on the scoreboard in this matchup. Bellevue 46-8 on the season, the number 5 team in the NAIA Coaches Top 25 poll. Here's the starting lineup for our head coach Dwayne Monlex crew. Leading it off and playing center field will be Kanta Kobayashi. Batting second and playing second base is Drew Staley. Batting third, the designated hitter today, Logan Grant. The cleanup hitter will be the third baseman, Nick Grade. Batting fifth and playing first base is Mathieu Sirois. Batting sixth, the right fielder, Anthony Lind. Batting seventh, left fielder, Jake Lacey. Batting eighth and catching is Trad Richardson. And batting ninth, the shortstop, C.J. Townsend. On the mound today for the Bruins, southpaw Blake Crippen. Crippen with a 9-win, 2-loss record, a 3.52 earned run average. Again, the batting order for the Bruins: Kobayashi, Staley, Grant, Grade, Sirois, Lind, Lacey, Richardson, and Townsend. Pretty much what we saw in yesterday's opening round as well. For the Oklahoma City University Stars, they are 31-19 overall, the number 3 seed in this tournament. They have been receiving votes and been in and out of the top 25 throughout the 2023 season. Here's the starting lineup for Keith Lytle's crew. Leading off and playing center field, Aiden Alexander. Batting second, the catcher, Reese Ratchford. Batting third, the designated hitter, Jesse Fontaboa. The cleanup hitter for the Stars is the first baseman, Trent Corrali. Batting fifth and playing right field is Felix Chenier Rondeau. Batting sixth, the left fielder, Barrett Daniel. Batting seventh, the third baseman, Tristan Williams. Batting eighth, the shortstop, Chad Pike. And batting ninth and playing second base is Hunter Lenahan. On the mound for the Stars today, Tyler Polk, a 4-2 record, a 4.60 earned run average. Again, the Stars batting order: Alexander, Ratchford, Fontaboa, Corrali, Chenier Rondeau, and Daniel. Then Williams, Pike, and Lenahan. Chris, we saw both these teams get good starting pitching yesterday. Both these teams on the winning side of the ledger. Let's talk a little bit about what you look forward to in this matchup today.
Well, to be honest with you, I think this is going to be a heavyweight fight. Both these teams, have been here before. This is something that's not new to either one of these teams. They know what to expect coming in. They faced each other before. Even they played twice earlier in this year. They faced each other in opening rounds in the past. I think the last one was 2 years ago. So this isn't anything new to both these programs. So it's going to be a back and forth. Is it going to be an offensive day, or is it going to be is it going to be another pitching duel like we saw in the first game? So it's very exciting because you don't know what you're going to get, especially out of these two teams.
This is, as you mentioned, a regular matchup between these two teams. This is the 49th meeting overall. Oklahoma City University leads the matchup over the Bruins 31-17, but Bellevue has won 10 of the last 13 matchups. All 48 of the previous meetings have taken place in Oklahoma City, as that's a frequent destination early in the season for the Bellevue program to get in some games in February and March. Looking down on the field, we see the Oklahoma City University Stars take their spots defensively. They'll be wearing royal blue jerseys with white pants. Let's set the defense for the Stars. Across the infield, it'll be Kent Corrali at first base. The second baseman is Hunter Lenahan. The shortstop is Chad Pike, and Tristan Williams is at third. Across the outfield, Barrett Daniels in left field, Aiden Alexander in center, and Felix Chenier-Rondeau in right. The battery for the Stars behind the plate is Reese Ratchford, and on the mound is right-hander Tyler Polk. Tell us a little bit more about Tyler Polk.
Like you said, he's got a 4-2 record. He's got a 4.6 ERA. This is his 7th start on the year. He's thrown 47 innings. He's given up 24 runs. He's had 46 strikeouts. Teams are hitting 257, and he's got just over 8 Ks per 9 innings. Watching him warm up, he doesn't hide it very well. So I'm curious to see how they can pick up the baseball coming out of his hand, how this Bellevue lineup can pick it up coming out of his hand. It does look like he's got a fastball, curveball, slider. I haven't seen a changeup yet, so that might be something that he's holding back. But he's going to be a high 8, low 90 guy. He's going to be throwing a lot of strikes more than likely. And, this offense, Bellevue's offense has got to be looking to be aggressive. And that starts with Kobayashi here to lead off the game.
Bellevue center fielder Kanta Kobayashi leading it off. Kanta, the leading hitter on the Bellevue squad, just under the 400 mark at 397. The returning NAIA All-American. Here's the first pitch from Tyler Polk. Fastball down low, ball 1. Again, a 4-man umpiring crew. A 9-inning scheduled contest. The winner advances to tomorrow's 3:30 matchup. Kobayashi fouls that one back to the screen. The loser will play an elimination game tomorrow against Doane University at 12 o'clock. So a big game to try to stay unbeaten in this 4-team bracket right now unfolding before us. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Foul out of play, left side. Again, we invite you to be part of our broadcast, as we always do on the Bellevue Bruins Sports Network. Send along a text to 402-515-7654. We had over 40 texts yesterday. That was always fun to hear where people are listening in. Kobayashi takes the next pitch low. 2-2. We had over 1,200 people listening into our broadcast yesterday online. So thanks again for being part of the Bellevue Bruins Sports Network and NAIA baseball. Breaking ball misses away. Full count on Kobayashi. Kanta has an on-base percentage of .490. What you expect, what you hope for from a leadoff guy. Payoff pitch from Polk to Kobayashi. A big chopper to the right side. Handled there by first base umpire.
Yeah, they called time. There was a pitch that got away from pitcher down in the bullpen warming up. It looks like there's a pitcher warming up, throwing a bullpen down there. Got away from the bullpen warming up right before that, right as that pitch was being thrown, and the umpire called time. So kind of a mulligan on this pitch right here.
A Dewey over for Kobayashi and Tyler Polk. Payoff pitch coming. And down low, Kobayashi will draw the leadoff walk.
Second baseman, number 4.
And the Bruins have their first man on. Next up for Bellevue, second baseman Drew Staley.
Yeah, I'm not sure how down that pitch was based off the reaction of, the shortstop and Polk. Looks like they both wanted that pitch. So I was blocked by the catcher. I couldn't tell how low that pitch actually was.
Polk comes to a set just above the belt. Again, a pitch down low, ball 1 to Drew Staley. Staley was 0 for 4 yesterday, but he's been swinging a hot bat later in the season for the Bruins. .374 his average. As Kobayashi gets his lead at first throw, he's diving back safely. First base coach Richie Moore over there. Head coach Dwayne Monlex in the third base coaching box for the Bruins. Sunshiny day with temperatures in the mid-70s. Perfect day for baseball. Next pitch up high, 2-0.
I wouldn't be surprised to see Kanta Kobayashi take off here soon. That pickoff that you just saw, it looked pretty good. It looked like he was probably one of his best ones, you know, with how quick his feet were. So Kanta was able to get back pretty easily.
Another throw over again. Kanta back on the dive. More and more people continuing to come into the ballpark. Don Roddy Field on the campus of Bellevue East High School, just a couple minutes east of the Bellevue University campus. Staley takes at the top of the zone for a called strike one. Now 2-1. Now maybe here's the opportunity to put on a hit and run or a steal attempt.
Third baseman's playing back a little bit behind the bag. I wouldn't be surprised to see Drew lay a drag bunt down here either.
Tyler Polk comes set. Called strike on the outer half. Evens the count at 2-2.
You know, the interesting part with first inning of the game, for both pitcher and hitters, is trying to figure out where the umpire's zone is. So far, it's kind of been a little hit and miss on certain reactions based off the players.
2-2, hit on the ground, deep to the hole, shortstop. Shortstop loses his footing, his throw to second base, not in time. Infield single for Drew Staley.
Number 10, Logan.
Bellevue has runners at first and second, so very important to try to apply that pressure and get on the board first.
Yeah, he was shading him up the middle a little bit to play double play depth, and he just hit it like a 17 hopper into the 6th hole. When he fielded it, he slipped and fell to his feet, couldn't make a strong enough throw.
Next up for the Bruins, designated hitter today, Logan Grant. Logan frequently behind the plate for the Bruins. Trad Richardson there today, so Grant in the DH spot. Bunt attempt, that one's going to land in the grass in foul territory. Logan hitting .381 on the season. That was not the best bunt attempt.
I think he was trying to drag one. He tried to square super late. I wouldn't be surprised if we see it again. As you know, they want to get on the board early with this type of first and second, nobody out. You want to get those guys over.
There's a much better play. Great location. That's going to be a base hit. So first attempt, not very good. Second attempt, great. And so the Bruins have the bases loaded. Kobayashi at third, Staley at second, Grant at first, and the batter will be the cleanup hitter, third baseman, Nick Grade.
This is the exact start that Bellevue wanted out of this game right now. Put as much pressure on Tyler and this Oklahoma City defense as they possibly can, and they're doing it right now.
Grade hitting .360 on the season, 58 runs batted in. That puts him third on the team. First pitch fastball in the heart of the zone on the delivery from Tyler Polk.
Yeah, Oklahoma City, they're willing to give up a run right here early in the game, give up a run, possibly get a ground ball for a double play. They're willing to sacrifice one run for 2 outs.
Grade trying to elevate something to the outfield or through the middle. Lays off that pitch up in the zone, 1-1 the count.
So far, I mean, watching Tyler Polk throw right here, it looks like his timing's off just a little bit mechanically. His arm is dragging a little bit behind his body. That's why everything is up right now.
Bellevue comes into today's game on an 8-game winning streak. Breaking ball misses away, including yesterday's 7-0 opening round win over Grandview University. Oklahoma City on a 5-game winning streak, including yesterday's win over Doane by a score of 5-2. Opportunity knocking for the Bruins. Can they cash in? Here's the 2-1 pitch. Now 3-1. And as every Little League coach will say, a walk is as good as a hit here for the Bruins.
Yeah, whatever Bellevue's got to do to get a run on the board in this first inning.
Polk on the 3-1 pitch. That one's up and in, so the bases loaded walk. Nick Grade will pick up the run batted in, and the Bruins on the board first, 1-0 as Kanta Kobayashi crosses the plate. And that'll bring a visit from the dugout from a member of the Oklahoma City University coaching staff to try to settle down their starting pitcher, Tyler Polk.
Yeah, that's what this is. I mean, he's calming him down, probably talking a little bit about mechanics. You know, his mechanics just seem a little bit off right now. Everything is up. His upper body isn't connected to his lower body as well as, you know, it probably should be and probably could be. And when it comes to pitching and pitching mechanics, it starts with your feet. You know, people think pitching and, you know, it's all arm pitching, and everything you do on the mound, it starts with your feet. And if you work your way up to your arm, you don't go arm down to your feet. So if anything is off between your feet and your arm, it's going to make your release point just that much more off. And right now, I think that's what he's kind of going through. He's still trying to figure out, you know, what timing he's got to make, what adjustment he's got to make.
Stepping into the plate for the Bruins, first baseman Mathieu Serrois, another one of the guys that's hitting well on the season, 380, and another home run threat for Bellevue as well. First pitch swinging, a little fly ball on the infield. That'll be an infield fly rule if fair. It's a foul ball, so that doesn't apply. But Serrois, the first out on the fly ball to the first baseman, Trent Corrali.
I don't mind him being super aggressive on that first pitch. After a mound visit, more than likely you're going to get a fastball to try and put one in the zone. He just was able to, he just missed it.
Got under it just a fuzz and flew out. Here's Bellevue right fielder Anthony Lind. Lind hitting .340. First pitch fastball in the zone on the delivery from Tyler Polk. So whatever was said during that mound visit has worked for back-to-back strikes.
You know, Lynn is trying to add to his freshman record of 46 RBIs right here.
Breaking ball in the zone for a called strike two. Anthony had a couple of hits yesterday, a pair of singles and a run batted in the win over Grandview. I'd like to add another RBI right here. The Bruins with one run already across, but 3 base runners out there. Chopper handled to third. They'll go to second base for one, but that'll be it. As the Bruins played another run, Drew Staley scores the second run of the game on the fielder's choice by Anthony Lind. Lind will get credit for a run batted in on that. Nick Grade retired on the play, 5-4 at second. Logan Grant now at third.
Yeah, it was a breaking ball that he just hit a slow roller to third baseman. Couldn't quite get it quick enough to turn two. Was able to score another run.
So a good start for the Bruins so far, but still more out there for Jake Lacey, the Bellevue left fielder. Polk still working from the stretch with runners at the corners. A breaking ball in the zone for a called strike one. Jake, a great defensive play last night on a diving headfirst grab in left field. He was 1 for 3 and a sacrifice and a run batted in. That breaking ball again in the zone. Now 0-2.
You know, Coach Monlex will be looking for a hit at some point out of him in this game, because when he records a hit, Bellevue is 36-2 when he records a hit at any point in a game.
Lacey hitting a little higher in the order earlier in the season. Runner goes on the pitch, but fouled away, so Lind will have to return to first. Went through a little bit of a hitting slump, but started to find the zone, find his hitting shoes once again. Polk delivers. Little chopper up the third base line. That one's a foul ball. Count remains 0-2. Jake Lacey battling tough at the plate.
That was a fastball, and I wouldn't be surprised to see a breaking ball in the outside corner right here, down to get a possible swing and miss. But runner on third base has got to be, Logan's got to be super aggressive. If he sees ball in dirt and it gets away, he might be able to take a risk.
Lacey and Grant lead the team on runs batted in. That was hit to center field. Center fielder on the move, throws a dive, and makes the catch. A great hustle play out there in center field to save possibly one, possibly 2 runs. Aiden Alexander with the grab to rob Lacey of the base hit and deny the Bruins a run or 2 more. But the Bruins do pick up 2 runs on 2 hits. There were no errors and 2 men left on base after a half. The Bellevue Bruins 2 and the Oklahoma City Stars coming to bat. Handshakes all around for Aiden Alexander after that nice diving catch out in center field.
Yeah, that was a fantastic play. That was actually a huge play. Even though it's the first inning, you know, Bellevue is putting on a lot of pressure, putting in, you know, Tyler throwing a lot of stress pitches, and, you know, make a huge diving play to get out of that inning.
Let's take a look at the Bellevue defense as they're on the field. On the infield, Mathieu Serrois is at first base. Drew Staley is at second. C.J. Townsend, the shortstop. And over at third is Nick Grade. Across the outfield, Jake Lacey in left. Kana Kobayashi in center. Anthony Lynn in right. The battery for the Bruins behind the plate, Trad Richardson. And on the mound is southpaw Blake Crippen. Tell us a little bit about Blake's season.
Yeah, he's started in 14 games. He's 9-2, 3.5 ERA. He's thrown 5 complete games. He's had 84 innings pitched, given up 33 earned runs. Teams are hitting 275 on him, and he's striking out just above 7 strikeouts per 9. Blake's been a staple in this pitching lineup or this pitching rotation the last 2 years. I mean, he's been one of their main guys that, he beat Southeastern earlier in the year. The #1 ranked team in the country, reigning national champions. So he's been their big game pitcher all year.
First man Crippen will face for the Stars is the center fielder who just made that great defensive play, Aiden Alexander. First pitch outside, ball 1. Chopper. Townsend fields the high hop off the infield grass. His throw across the diamond retires Alexander. And with 2 pitches, there is 1 away.
Yeah, Blake's one of 2 active pitchers on this Bellevue roster with 20 wins. Him and Salicio each recorded their 20th win this year, which is a big accomplishment.
Especially only 2 years of pitching at Bellevue for Crippen. Salicio did it in 3. First pitch swinging is the next batter, Reese Ratchford, down the right field line. Anthony Lynn throws a dive but can't come up with it as it's in foul territory. Anthony with good hustle there, left his cap and glove behind. Not quite sure if it was fair or foul, but it was definitely foul by about 5 feet over behind the Bellevue bullpen. So Ratchford gave it a line down the right field side, but he'll return to home plate. On the season, Oklahoma City averaging a .304 batting average. Reese Ratchford hitting .381. Second on the team in that category. Crippen comes in the back door with the breaking ball, gets ahead in the count now 0-2. Oklahoma City, the home team in today's contest. They were the guests yesterday, so they earned the home spot in this one as Bellevue was the home team in their win against Grandview. Count remains at 0-2. Ratchford, just a freshman. Bounce to the plate, blocked up by Trad Richardson.
When Crippen's going well, it's his cutter that makes him so successful. He throws it a lot. He throws it down. He throws it in. He throws it away.
Swing and a miss. The first strikeout of the game for Blake Crippen is the second out of the inning.
And that was a changeup right there. Those are probably his, to be honest with you, those are probably his 2 best pitches. His changeup and his cutter, because they work so well with each other. When those 2 are on, he's almost unhittable.
Change of look on that pitch coming in between those 2 pitches. Next up for the Stars, a designated hitter, Jesse Fontaboa. A little bit low on that pitch, ball 1.
When he gets in trouble, when Crippen gets in trouble is when he elevates the ball. The cutter's not moving, changeup's not moving, and everything is up. And there was another changeup right there that he was able to get him out in front of to foul it off.
1-1 the count. Fontaboa had a solo home run yesterday in their in the victory, over the Doane Tigers. Hits that one hard down the left field side, but that's going to be a foul ball. Now 1-2 the count. Crippen, the wind, the pitch, up high, 2-2. Kind of a feast or famine day, and a swing and a miss. Foul tipped into the glove of Trad Richardson for the strikeout. 2 Ks in the inning for Blake Crippen. For the Stars in the bottom of the first, 3 up, 3 down. 1 inning in the book. It's the Bellevue Bruins 2 and the Oklahoma City Stars nothing.
Yeah, that was another changeup right there by Blake. If that's on, Oklahoma City's going to have a tough day with his changeup because it's so hard to see coming out of the hand. It looks so much like his fastball, and it's almost like he pulls the string on it to get it to slow down as soon as it gets to the plate, and it just falls off a table. So when that's on, he's very tough to beat.
And if you do make contact, it's usually going to be something hit on the ground to an infielder. Tyler Polk back to the mound for his second inning of work. And again, I want to remind you, if you'd like to be part of our broadcast, as we've done all season long, Bellevue fans, and as you discovered yesterday for Oklahoma City Stars fans, send along a text message, 402-515-7654. Can hear, but the volume is low. Any way to turn up the volume? Thank you. I think we faced that yesterday, and I think let's do a little adjustment here and see if that helps. All right, and a second one saying that the volume is really quiet. So,
Leading off the top of the second.
I can try to turn it up.
Chris will adjust that there, and if that's okay, then we'll continue from here. Baby, let's go Bruins from the Townsends in sunny Oregon. And one more before we get back to the action. Go Bruins, the great family. From Kennewick, Washington, representing the east side of the Evergreen State. Thank you for the great job. We're glad you are with us today from the Evergreen State up in the Pacific Northwest, as the first batter faced in the top of the second inning is the Bellevue catcher, Trad Richardson. Second year in the program for Richardson. Injured last year, so limited his time behind the plate. More catching duty this year, can also play first base and designated hitter. Down 0-2 in the count. Hit in the air to right center field. Who's going to take charge? It looks like it'll be the right fielder making the call and the play. That's Felix Chenier Rondeau for the first out of the inning. Next up for the Bruins, shortstop C.J. Townsend.
Yeah, C.J. took over for
Brendan Luther.
Yeah, sorry about that. Towards the end of the year, Brendan got hurt. And so CJ came in and played shortstop, took over for him, and as there's swing and miss for strike one, has done a fantastic job since he came in. He's phenomenal on defense. He's not nearly the hitter that Luther is, but he's done extremely well handling shortstop.
Breaking ball. Called the ball, 1-1 to count on CJ. Townsend 0 for 2 yesterday. Also a sacrifice and a hit by pitch. Behind in the count now 1-2 on another breaking ball from Polk.
So far this inning watching Polk, I mean, his mechanics look a lot better. He looks a lot more in sync. He looks a lot more fluid. It looks like he's got a better feel for his pitches now.
And the swing and the miss on the strikeout. That's the first strikeout of the game for Tyler Polk.
And his breaking ball is looking a little bit sharper. It's getting more depth towards home plate. So he's looking like he's starting to feel, a lot better mechanically.
Second time through the order now for the Bruins. Here's center fielder Kanta Kobayashi. Drew a walk and then scored the first run of the game, his first time up. Fastball from Polk upstairs. Tyler Polk, a 5'11", 195-pound senior from Duncan, Oklahoma, as Kobayashi fouls that one away. Thanks once again to the Bellevue University Sports Information Department for putting together the programs and information sheets. Foul back to the screen, 1-2.
Going back to Kanta's first at bat, he's played this is his 115th game in his Bellevue career. He's been on base in 112 of them.
Quite an outstanding statistic, and he gets plunked in the back. That couldn't have felt good, but Kanta, a base runner once again on the hit by pitch.
That's not bad. He was trying to go in with a fastball. When you're trying to go in with a fastball, you can't be worried about hitting somebody. And so he was trying to go in. He just missed it in and hit him.
Next up for Bellevue, second baseman Drew Staley singled his first time up. Came around to score the second run of the first inning. Trying to keep the inning alive for the Bruins. Another throw over to first base by Polk. Kobayashi again Back in plenty of time, picks up a little extra dirt on his uniform.
Yeah, Conta's second on the team in stolen bases. He's 15 of 19 on the year, so that's probably why they're keeping a close eye on him.
Polk comes home. Top of the zone, called strike. 0-1 on Staley. Drew, the native of Salt Lake City, Utah. Another throw. That one's picked out of the dirt. Nice job by Trent Corrali.
That's also why Conta's so successful on the bases, because he puts so much pressure.
Staley lines that one into right center field. That's going to drop for a hit. Kobayashi will hold up at second base, as it's gotten in quickly by Felix Chenier-Rondeau. So 2 for 2 day thus far for Drew Staley. And Logan Grant, another opportunity for him to drive in a run. As we mentioned earlier, Grant and Jake Lacey tied for the team lead in runs batted in. 68 runs apiece in 54 games coming into today.
Yeah, and they're just, first time ever Bellevue's had 2 guys with 60-plus RBIs.
Breaking ball for the called strike. Nice location there on the pitch from Polk. Grant, mostly a catcher, also plays some infield in the DH spot today. Had a good hack at that one, but got underneath it and fouled it back to the screen.
Yeah, he started the year at third base, and then Coach Monlex decided to make the move, put him behind the plate, and that kind of just shored up the Bellevue defense ever since that point.
Logan, one of several Bellevue players on the first team for the North Star Athletic Association. Line foul out of play. In fact, Logan was named the newcomer of the year for the North Star Athletic Association. Bellevue center fielder Kanta Kobayashi was the player of the year. And Dwayne Monlex the coach of the year. So some nice honors there. 9 Bellevue players honored on the first team and 3 more on the second team. Polk comes set. Swung on and missed as Grant went chasing. The strikeout, the second of the inning, and that'll retire the side. No runs on 1 hit. There were no errors and 2 left on base. The Bruins lead it by a score of 2-0, but have also left 2 on base in each of the first 2 innings. Bruins 2 and the Stars nothing as we head to the bottom of the second inning.
That's a good job by Polk coming back after giving up 2 in the first, coming right back, putting up a 0.
Blake Crippen back to the mound for the home team Bruins. Actually, that's a little bit of a misnomer. This is not really the home field for Bellevue University. John Stella Field at Brown Park is where the Bruins play their home games, but this field a little bit bigger is more in line with what the NAIA wants for a host location in terms of dimension. Brown Park a little bit more of a bandbox, a little bit smaller, only 375, 380 to straightaway center field. So hosting for the 3rd consecutive year right here at Don Roddy Field. Crippen gets ready to go for the bottom of the second inning. The 5'10", 175-pound sophomore out of Hillsboro, Oregon. Shut down the Stars in order. In inning number 1, he'll start off against first baseman Trent Corrali. First pitch off the outside corner, ball 1. And I want to apologize to Trent. I pronounced his name about 3 or 4 different ways yesterday, so I went and talked to him personally before the game. And he says it's Trent Corrali. I talked to 3 or 4 different people before the game, and they all gave me different pronunciations. So I just throw it out there and see what sticks. And then his family texted at the end of the game, too. So I got a confirmation from the family and from Trent himself. Trent Corrali, first baseman. Corrali's the man for Oklahoma City. Leads the team in batting average, on-base percentage, slugging, runs batted in. And that one gets through on the left side of the infield. Another base hit for Trent Corrali as he leads off the second inning. That is his 72nd hit of the season in 51 games.
Yeah, let's see what Oklahoma City does with Blake on the mound here, what kind of lead they get. He's got a fantastic pickoff move. I think he's picked off like 12 people so far this year. So he's got a very good move. It is very close to a balk move. Sometimes it is a balk move, but so it'll be very close to see with a 4-man crew.
Lefty-lefty matchup here as he takes on Felix Chenier-Rondeau, the right fielder. Chenier-Rondeau, a .340 hitter on the season. He had a great game number 1. Had 3 hits, 3 out of 5 in the win over Doane. Had a healthy cut on that one, fouled straight back. One ball, 1 strike to count.
That was just a fastball right on the inner third that he just missed.
Blake working from the first base side of the rubber. He'll step one over to first base to Matu Sirois. The runner back easily. Not his best move, obviously, there. Trying to save that for when needed. Chenier-Rondeau awaits at the plate. Chopper on the ground. Takes Staley towards the first base side. His only play will be at first, and they say too late. Bang, bang play at first does not go the Bruins' way. Dwayne Mondluck's out of the dugout.
The fielder number 10, Barrett.
I'm not sure about that. I couldn't see, you know, the play was coming basically from right field, and so Matu Sirois was blocking where he caught the ball from. But umpire was right there, said he beat it out.
So runners at first and second now, and the batter is the left fielder, Barrett Daniel. And I'll also apologize to Barrett Daniel as well for calling him Daniel Barrett for most of yesterday's game. Chopper again to Staley. That one's going to die in the grass. Drew will come up quickly, and his only play again will be at first base. So Daniel able to advance the base runner. Now at third is Corrali, and at second is Chenier-Rondeau.
That's just as good as a bunt. He didn't hit it hard enough to where he could get into a double play. Drew had to charge it really hard. The grass killed it to where his only play was at first. Now, Crippen's got to come up really big and make big pitches. Look for him to throw a lot of changeups in this situation. First base is open. Get a weak ground ball, possibly to third base to keep that runner at third.
Bruins playing middle infielders at regular depth. Corners are in just a bit. As that pitch blocked up by Richardson.
Yeah, there was that changeup. He just kind of got on the side of it. He looked like his arm angle dropped down a little bit further than normal.
Blake won 11 games last year at his first year as a Bellevue Bruin. 9 more this year. A 9-2 record. Good pop on that fastball as he blew it by Williams, the third baseman. Tristan Williams at the plate. A .303 hitter on the season, 34 runs batted in for the Stars.
Yeah, he just needs something in the middle of the infield to score this run.
Little chopper, third base side. Off the glove of Grade. He tries to recover, but not in time. Bellevue tied for the team lead in fielding percentage in the NAIA, but that one will be an E5, allowing Tristan Williams to stay alive, and Trent Corrali scoring the first run of the game for the Stars. Also advancing to third is Chenier-Rondeau.
He was charging really hard. I think he also wanted to think about getting the play at home, so he was attacking really hard. He got a short hop, couldn't quite handle it, and it got by him.
Next up, the shortstop, Chad Pike. So Oklahoma City responding here with 1 run. That one's line foul up the third base side. Bruins hoping to turn a double play ball here.
Yeah, he's looking for either a base hit or a fly ball. He doesn't want to hit the ball on the ground to get into double play in the inning. He wants a base hit or a fly ball to score that run for sure. And Crippen, obviously, you're going to see more balls down in the zone, change-ups, breaking balls down in the zone for him to possibly get a ground ball for that double play.
Pike 0 for 4 in yesterday's game. Takes that one low, 1-1 the count. Running through a series of signs. Let's see what the Stars have in mind. 1 out, runners at the corners, 2-1. Bruins on top by 1. Crippen delivers a breaking ball in the zone. Now 1-2. Pike thought it was high, but his opinion doesn't count for anything for the home plate umpire.
His reaction was high and outside. It looked high to me. It looked over the plate. It could have been high, but if the umpire's calling it, you gotta adjust to the umpire.
So a strikeout would be big here for Crippen and the Bruins. Popped up on the infield, Drew Staley, Mathieu Sirois, who's going to take charge? It'll be Drew Staley down the right field line, makes the catch, the runner tags at third, the throw to the plate. Trad Richardson hangs on, and a double play by the Bruins. Drew Staley to Trad Richardson, retires the side. The Bruins fan love that.
That's actually a smart play, to be honest with you. How many times do you see a second baseman run out to the right field, catch a fly ball, and not really pay attention? Okay, that's a heads-up play by Drew on catching it, understanding that he was tagging up right away. There's good communication by everybody on Bellevue's defense to make him aware that he was going home, and he had to make a good throw. If that throws anywhere offline, he's safe. So that put a lot of pressure on Drew to make a good throw, on Trad to handle the baseball and put the tag down. You know, some people are probably going to second guess that, but I'm okay with putting that amount of pressure on Drew because he's running towards the outfield and he doesn't have a great arm, but he made a perfect throw and he had to make a perfect throw to get that out.
For the Stars at the bottom of the second inning, 1 run on 2 hits. There was 1 error and 1 man left on base. 2 innings in the book. The Bruins 2 and the Stars 1 on an exciting way to finish that half inning on the double play by the Bruins.
Now let's see if Polk can come out and put up another 0 for Oklahoma City to keep the momentum building on their side. Right now, you know, decent inning, scratched one across, cut the lead in half. He's got to put up a 0 to keep the momentum building right now with Oklahoma City. Bellevue, on the other hand, wants to scratch out more base hits, a lot like they did in the first inning, to keep gaining their momentum and building on this lead.
Got a whole bunch of texts in the queue. I'll get to those as I can. Let's do one right here. The Richardsons and the Frenchtown School District Bus Barn are rooting for Trad Richardson and the Bellevue Bruins. Let's go. Well, you've got to be very happy by that last defensive play by Drew and Trad. First man up for the Bruins in the top of the third inning is the third baseman, Nick Grade. First pitch, a called strike on the delivery from Tyler Polk. Another breaking ball, this time a swing and a miss, 0-2.
Yeah, he's got a very good feel for that breaking ball right now. You know, last inning he was getting a feel for it. I think he figured it out. Now it's looking pretty good.
Polk from the windup, and that one plonks Nick in the helmet. Kind of a glancing blow on a breaking ball.
I say he's got a good feel for it, and then that happens. So
it's always the announcer's jinx.
Yeah.
Whenever you say something nice, then the opposite's going to happen. Next up for the Bruins, first baseman Mathieu Sirois. He flew out his first time up today. Bruins trying to increase their current 1-run lead. First pitch down low, ball 1.
Look for Polk to stay away on Mathieu. Fastball away, breaking ball away. He wants the ball in to where he can get around and pull his hands.
There's a called strike on the fastball at the knees. Dwayne Monlix runs through the signs from the third base coaching box. Bellevue does signals the old-fashioned way. Some schools have now gone to the charts and electronic devices and things like that, but I'm an old school guy myself. Here's the next pitch. That one's chopped hard. One hopper to third base. Second base for 1, over to first in time. The around the horn double play, 5-4-3. And the bases are cleared.
Yeah, it was just a hard hit ground ball. Right? He had plenty of time to make the throw to second, and then plenty of time to throw him out of first for the double play. Just a nice routine 5-4-3 double play.
Ball hit too hard by Trad on that one. Here's right fielder Anthony Lind. In had an RBI, had it in the first inning on a fielder's choice ground ball. Foul back to his man and through the net. Hello. Not expecting that. Must be a little break in the net as that one went right on through, but fortunately nobody in the way of that one. That'll keep you awake, huh? Here's the 0-1. Breaking ball now 0-2.
Yeah, I would move if I'm sitting right there if that happened.
Foul out of play by Anthony. Yeah, you're expecting the net to protect you, but there must just be one little one little piece that's torn, and the ball went right, found it.
I'm looking, I can't find it, so
Yeah.
the ball did.
Another 0-2 pitch from Tyler Polk. That one goes up chin high. Lind able to duck his head out of the way, 1-2. Chases the high fastball. The strikeout retires the side. For the Bellevue Bruins in the top of the third, no runs on no hits. There were no errors. Nobody left on base through to the double play as we head to the bottom of the third. The Bruins 2 and the Stars 1. All right, we've got a whole bunch of texts in the queue. Let's go. Game 2 Hubbas from the Sakamotos. Go Bruins. They've secured an Airbnb in Lewiston. So let's hope they get a chance to use it. The winner of the bracket goes to Lewiston for the Avista NAIA World Series. Let's go Bruins. The Hudlows are checking in again from Minnesota. Glad you guys are with us once again. Thanks for the great coverage. Go Bruins from the 208 area code. Thanks for the compliment. Blake Crippen's family says, let's go Bruins. And a baseball emoji to pass along as Blake back to the mound for his third inning of work. The Locks are ready for another big Bruin victory today. Eric Locke, a former Bellevue Bruin back in the day. Glad you guys are with us once again. Can't hardly hear it if you are watching on the phone. I think it was turned down on accident, not up. No, everything on this end is showing where it should be. So if there's some way you can tune your phone volume up, give that a shot as we get ready for the bottom of the third inning in this 2-1 score. Again, our score bubble is not working, so we'll try to give you the score, the count, and update as many times as we can. As we get to the bottom of the third, it'll be the 9-hole hitter, second baseman Hunter Lenahan, to lead things off for the Stars. Lenahan, a .297 hitter on the year. First pitch swinging. Anthony Lynn charging in from right field. And he'll make the catch on the run for the first out of the inning.
That was a good start by Blake. Just one pitch, one out. I like to see him get into a little bit more of a groove here. Be more aggressive with pitches in the zone. Don't try and be a little too fine. Just be aggressive. Let them get themselves out.
Second time through the order now for Oklahoma City University. Center fielder Aiden Alexander grounded out his first time up to short. Hey, guess what he does again? C.J. Townsend on the money with the glove and the throw. Back-to-back 6-3s by Aiden Alexander.
2 pitches, 2 outs. Look for a take right here.
Maybe a couple even by Reese Ratchford, the catcher. Give his pitcher a chance to catch his breath on the bench.
Crippen's got to go on the attack right now to get strike 1.
And he does. Good call, Chris. Back in the day, this would be the time I would call timeout, go up and talk to the pitcher, or talk to the hitter, and just tell him to stand there and shake his head like I was telling him something important, and burn off about 30 seconds. Foul out of play, 0-2. 19 years as a high school baseball coach at nearby Gross High School. Blake looking in for the signal, gets the one he wants now, the 0-2 pitch. Did he hold up? No, he did not. Went around the strikeout, a 5-pitch inning for Blake Crippen. A 3-up, 3-down opportunity there. As 3 innings in the book, we get ready for the top of the 4th inning. The Bruins 2 and the Stars 1 as the grounds crew back out with the brooms. Some of the reserve guys on the Bellevue squad getting some action in. You can watch them as they work their way around the infield.
Yeah, Oklahoma City's lineup, that inning, first pitch is there, be aggressive, I get it. But once that first guy gets out, second guy should probably take the pitch. Instead of waiting for that third guy, second hitter, you should never get to the third hitter on 2 pitches. First guy swings at the first pitch, next guy take 1 or 2 to make the opposing pitcher, so Crippen make him work that much more. They were just aggressive, super attacking. They didn't put very good swings on those baseballs, and then Blake comes out and throws 5 pitches.
So that'll help his staying in the game, possibly to the end, like Dustin Shorey did yesterday for the Bruins. A complete game victory for Dustin as the Bruins defeated Grandview University by a score of 7-0. Hey, the Townsends in Oregon say the Sakamotos need to knock on wood. Okay. Let's get it, Bruins. We need the second win. Supporting from Chula Vista, California. #1 fan. That's the family of Bruin pitcher Alex Salicio. We expect to see Alex at some point in this tournament. And again, we got another text about turning up the volume. I'm sorry, but you're the only one that we've had issues with that from, so we've checked our end. We think the volume, yeah, and here's another confirmation, the volume is good. As we get ready for
the Bruins, left fielder number 21, Jake Lacey.
Jake Lacey will start it off for Bellevue in the top of the 4th inning. Lacey lined out to center field on a nice catch by center fielder Aiden Alexander to deny the Bruins 1 and possibly 2 runs in the first inning. 1-0 the count on Jake. That one's hit hard to left field. That one's over the head of the left fielder at the base of the fence. Jake on his way to second. The throw is not in time. Jake Lacey with a bullet to the bottom of the left field fence to start things off in the 4th inning for the home team.
Catcher number 13, Trad Richards.
Barrel of bat contact there.
Yeah, it was a hanging breaking ball. If he would have got any elevation on it, that ball probably would have went out of the yard. He just didn't hit it high enough.
Next up for the Bruins, the catcher, Trad Richardson. His job here, try to advance the base runner by hitting it to the right side or drive him home.
Look for Trad to lay down a bunt right here. I wouldn't be surprised that he lays down a bunt right here in this situation.
Bounced up to the plate. Nice job by the catcher, Reese Ratchford, to block that, keep it in front. He'll have a bruise where that hit him.
Yeah. Trad can handle the bat really well. He can hit the other way very, very well. He's got a leadoff hitter mentality, even though he's a middle of the lineup type of guy.
Pull comes set, a look or two back to the runner. That one's coming back to the net. This time the net does not let it get through. Oh, yes, it does. It's deflected it at least to the other side. 1 ball, 1 strike to count on the native of Frenchtown, Montana. Hello to everybody up there in the school bus barn. Now shows bunt, puts it down. Fielded by the pitcher, dropped by the pitcher, and now no play. So Richardson will get credit for a sacrifice in E1. All right, sacrifice and E1, according to Bill Mullins. That's what I thought he was going to say, but just got the confirmation. As the Bruins now have runners at the corners and nobody out. Courtesy runner coming into the game for the catcher Richardson is Takumi Mayeno.
Takumi's going to take off at some point in this at-bat. He's leading the team in steals. He's 20-25, if I'm not mistaken. He is the courtesy runner for the catcher for a reason. He is a very, very good base runner. He's a very good base stealer.
You are exactly correct. 20 out of 25 on the season, 80%. On the outside, Black for a called strike 1 on the shortstop, C.J. Townsend. Jake Lacey, the runner at third. Takumi Mayeno, the runner at first.
With CJ up right now, I wouldn't be surprised to see a squeeze right here either.
Quick throw at first. That one gets away. Bounced into the right field corner. There's a lot of room down there. Takumi round second on his way to third as the throw will not be in time. Jake Lacey trots home from third for the 3rd run of the game.
That's
and back-to-back errors on the pitcher, Tyler Polk. First fielding the bunt and then throwing it away down the right field line.
That's the pressure Takumi puts on you. Him and Kanta, they put so much pressure on you as a pitcher that if you want to pick, you got to be perfect. You got to be quick. You got to be quick to the plate. You got to want to throw fastballs to give your catcher a chance to throw them out.
And now the pressure continues on the safety squeeze. A ball put down. Takumi scores. So C.J. Townsend executes the squeeze to perfection. He'll get credit for a sacrifice and a run batted in as Takumi Mayeno scores the 4th run of the game for the Bruins.
Pressure baseball. That's what Coach Monlux has been known for this year. With this team, It's not a power team like they've had in the past.
Kanta Kobayashi, the next batter, trying to bunt his way on, but it goes foul up the third base line.
This is a team that gets guys on. Yes, they do have guys that have hit a lot of home runs, but majority of this team, it's pressure baseball. It's getting guys on, getting them over, scoring, squeezing. Coach Monlux loves to squeeze in any situation he can. He's a squeezing fiend.
Kanta fouls that one out of play opposite way. Kanta's been up twice and on twice, first with a walk and then a hit by pitch. Oh, 0-2 the count here. Polk with the next delivery. On the outside corner for the strikeout. The first out of the inning, catches Kobayashi looking.
Bruins Staley.
A rare caught looking for Kobayashi. As the next batter for the Bruins is second baseman Drew Staley. Drew's 2 for 2. Couple of singles and a run scored. Takes a fastball in her half for a called strike one. A double, a sacrifice, and a sacrifice combined with 2 errors have led to 2 more runs for the Bruins in this inning. Chop foul at the plate, now 0-2 the count.
He's been throwing a lot of breaking balls lately. I wouldn't be surprised to see just another one right here as well.
Fastball, Drew turns on it down the left field line. That's going to wind up in foul territory. Count will remain at 0-2. Drew's been at a couple of different schools before Bellevue. Utah State Eastern, Lane College, and he's hit by the pitch.
Designated hitter, number 10.
So he's been up 3 times and on 3 times. As Logan Grant, the DH, steps to the plate. First year in the program for Logan. Foul tipped into the glove of the catcher for strike one. Grant from Chestermere, Alberta, Canada, started his college career at Bismarck State. He was a 2-time all-conference player there before joining the Bruins this fall. 1-1 the count on Logan. Polk comes set. Logan with a bunt up the third base line. Third baseman trying to make the play. It'll not be in time. An infield bunt single for Logan Grant. The Bruins again keeping the pressure on, now with runners at first and second. A good charge by Tristan Williams from third. The barehanded play, but just not quite in time.
Again, I mean, that's the pressure that they keep on you. He's your 3-hole hitter. How often do you see your 3-hole hitter drag bunt? He's done it twice already.
The runners at first and second. Still just 1 out in the inning, and the batter is third baseman Nick Grade. Bruins with 2 runs in the first, 2 runs thus far in the fourth to take a 4-1 lead. That one gets all the way back to the backstop. A cross-up between the pitcher, Tyler Polk, and the catcher, Reese Ratchford. As Ratchford was expecting something else, he didn't really move as that one went all the way back on the wild pitch. Staley advances to third, Grant to second.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure. Yeah, it had to have been a cross-up, like he didn't even move his glove.
The infield stays at regular depth, kind of surprised with just 1 out. That one's popped up to the outfield. There's 2 outs, that's why. Out into left field, and the catch made out there by Barrett Daniel to retire the side.
2 runs on 2 hits, 2-star errors.
2 runs on 2 hits. There were 2 errors and 2 left on base. A lot of deuces in that 4th inning. The Bruins 4 and the Stars 1 as we head to the bottom of the 4th inning.
Yeah, the pressure Bellevue's lineup puts on defenses, they gotta be perfect almost. They rush and rush and rush. Drag bunt, hit and run, steal, squeeze. They just keep the pressure on non-stop.
All right, here's a good one for you. Trent Corrali's uncle, great job, go Stars. A little dad joke for you. Where does a baseball player go when he needs a new uniform? New Jersey. And he says the volume is good for him too. So thank you for that dad joke. And thanks for joining us today on the Bellevue Bruins Sports Network. Grandma Montana cheering our Bruins. Let's go all the way. Let's go, number 21, Jake Lacey, and all kinds of clapping hand and baseball emojis as well. Let's go, Bruins, the Crippen family listening in Hillsboro, Oregon. Blake back to the mound for his fourth inning of work. The first man he will face is the three-hole hitter, designated hitter, Jesse Fontaboa, a strikeout victim his first time up. Blake has struck out 3. First pitch misses off the outside edge. 4 runs on 5 hits, 1 error against Bellevue, 1 run on 2 hits and 2 errors for Oklahoma City University. Down low, 2-0. So the Bruins just picked up a couple of runs, so now they want to try to have a shutdown inning on defense. Blake looks in and delivers. Good pop on that pitch. A little bit of a cut fastball, I believe.
Yeah, Blake needs a 0 right here to keep the momentum. Oklahoma City wants to get better at bats than they did the last inning.
That one's hit down the right field side. It's going to tail into foul territory. Anthony Lynn giving chase, but can't quite get close to it.
They need to break up Crippen's rhythm a little bit. He's too comfortable right now on the mound. Whether it's call time, take a little bit longer in between pitches. You know, his rhythm is so good. He's just out there going right now.
Tries to put a little extra pop on that fastball. It carries high, making it a full count on Jesse Fontaboa, a strikeout victim his first time up. Crippen adds 1 to the pitch count and throws line hard into right center field over the glove of a leaping Drew Staley. And so Jesse Fontaboa starts things off with a solid single.
Oklahoma City needs more at-bats like that one to break Crippen's rhythm. With guy on base, now it can break a little bit more rhythm. He has to work that much more harder. He has something else that he has to think about, and this is the guy they want at the plate.
Last inning, Crippen got through the order, 3 outs and 5 pitches.
Yeah.
He had to throw 6 pitches on that first at-bat to Fontaboa here leading in the bottom of the 4th. Here's Trent Corrali, the first baseman. Swing and a miss as that ball looked like a changeup, down and away.
That just started out, went down and away. That's when that does that, he's really hard to beat.
Crippen to throw over to first base. Fontaboa back easily. Oklahoma City University qualified for this opening round by winning the Sooner Athletic Conference postseason tournament. There's a backdoor breaking ball for a called strike 2. Trent Corrali at the plate, a second-team conference player. Eli Davis, the winning pitcher in their first game. Pitcher of the year and first-team player. Eli Davis and Aiden Alexander were Gold Glove winners in the Sooner Athletic Conference. That one's flared down the right field side and foul. Count remains at 0-2.
I wouldn't be surprised to see a cutter in right here or a changeup away. They get basically the exact same pitch that he swung through in the first pitch of the at-bat. He's been away, hard, or soft, and then cutter in would be pretty good pitch right here.
But first, the throw to first base. Fontaboa only a step off the bag, so just kind of a show-me move over there. Corrali, we mentioned, in his first time up, he's the leader in just about every offensive category for the Stars. He's the guy you want up in the situation. Hit in the air to the right side. Anthony Lynn has a beat on it. And he'll make the catch for the first out of the inning. Nice job on the location of the pitch by Blake Crippen to take care of the cleanup hitter.
Yeah, that was that changeup down and away. Very good location, very good spot.
Next up for the Stars, right fielder Felix Chenier Rondeau. Had a hit his first time up today, 3 hits yesterday, so he's the hitting star for the Stars. Lefty-lefty matchup comes up empty on that big hack.
Yeah, fastball inside, good location. I don't think if he did hit it, he would have hit it foul. He wouldn't have been able to do a whole lot of damage with it.
More and more people continue to come to the ballpark to be part of this second day of action in the opening round. Outside on that one, 1-1.
That was that cutter that I've been talking about. It ran pretty hard into the other batter's box. I don't think he wanted it to move that much.
Fontaboa with a short lead at first. Bruins looking to turn a double play on a ground ball. Again, missing low and away, 2-1 the count.
I think that's one of the few breaking balls we've seen out of Crippen here today, which isn't surprising with a left-handed hitter up.
Chenier Rondeau from Quebec, Canada. Same province as the Bruins, Mathieu Sirois. That one's hit deep to left center field. Kanta Kobayashi on the run, but he will run out of room. An opposite field two-run home run by Felix Chenier Rondeau to make it a 4-3 game.
Yeah, it was a hanging breaking ball up.
We are tied at 4.
That he just hit in the left center field, and the ball just kept carrying and carrying.
4-3.
I don't know if you heard the PA, they said it was a tie ball game. It's actually 4-3 Bellevue. That was a two-run home run. That was a fantastic at-bat right there. Breaking ball up. He went with it and was able to hit it hard enough and far enough for a home run.
Next up for the Stars is Barrett Daniel. He'll ground it over to Nick Grade at third to throw a little bit low. Mathieu Sirois able to go down and get it. And now 2 away.
And he was able to hit it over Kanta Kobayashi's head and not giving him a chance to rob his 5th home run of the year, as he's already done 4 times this year.
So 2 in, 2 out. Now the base is empty for third baseman Tristan Williams. He'll hit it in the air to shallow center field. Again, Kobayashi on the run, but Drew Staley, the second baseman, able to go back. It didn't get quite out there as far as I thought it was off the bat. So Drew Staley collects his second fly ball out in the last couple of innings to retire the side. 2 runs on 2 hits. The big 2-run home run by Felix Chenier Rondeau. No errors and nobody left on base after 4 complete. The Bruins 3 and the Bruins 4 and the Stars 3. Now I'm all mixed up on the score too.
No, that's a big inning right there for Oklahoma City to come back and get those 2 runs right back for Polk to go back out on the mound. Huge inning. Bring it back to a 1-run game. Get the momentum. Start coming back on their side. This is going to be a game that momentum is going to go back and forth. And basically, at the end of the game, whoever has the most momentum is probably going to win. So good job by Oklahoma City of getting a guy on and coming up with that big home run.
Couple of more text messages. Hey ho, sir. Thanks again for the great broadcast. Well, thank you for that compliment. We always love those. Go Bruins. Let the bats resonate once again to give quite a break to perform as he always does. That's from number 27, Mathieu Sirois' family, listening up in Quebec, Canada. Game 2 Hubbas, go Bruins. We got a little knock on wood gif as well from the Sakamotos. And speaking of Canadians, here is Mathieu Sirois. Mathieu to lead it off in the top of the 5th inning. 0 for 2 thus far today. Quebec City, Quebec, Canada, his hometown. Pitch down low, ball 1. Tyler Polk back to the mound for now his 5th inning of work. Again, Bellevue, the visiting team in today's contest. Mathieu, another ground ball, this time to shortstop, having to wait for the long hop and the throw across the diamond. A nice play by Chad Pike to retire Mathieu Sirois.
Yeah, he did a good job. He thought about coming hard, but actually sat back and got a bigger hop and was able to make a nice, strong throw.
Next up for the Bruins, right fielder Anthony Lind. Lind 0 for 2. The Bruins with 5 hits thus far. Anthony shows bunt, actually does bunt it as he was trying to get out of the way of the pitch. From behind the plate, catcher Reach Rathford goes out to get it and retires Anthony Lind.
Yeah, that was just he was trying to get out of the way, trying to protect himself a little bit on the drag bunt. Ball came in on him and kind of just unlucky.
Yeah, that's an O-Drat or words to that effect situation. So quickly 2 away for the Bruins as left fielder Jake Lacey steps in. Jake takes a pitch, called strike on the curveball from Tyler Polk. Bellevue on an 8-game winning streak. Oklahoma City on a 5-game winning streak. Down the right field line, chasing in foul territory and unable to make the catch is the right fielder Felix Chenier-Rondeau, about a step or two shy of getting there. New life for Jake Lacey, now 0-2 the count.
This is actually a big pitch right here for Polk to keep the inning, to keep Bellevue at 0 runs in this inning, to get his offense back in the dugout, to go back to work, to possibly tie or take the lead against Crippen.
Lacey hit a bullet his last time up to the base of the left field fence. That one comes up inside, 1-2. Almost hit him on the hands. Again inside, 2-2. No forcing Polk to throw a few more pitches. Swung on and missed. The fastball for the strikeout to retire the side. A 3 up, 3 down, top of the 5th inning for the Bruins. Score remains Bellevue 4 and Oklahoma City 4.
Big inning 3. Right there.
They're still doing. Sorry. Yes, big inning.
Big inning right there for Polk defensively on the mound. Like I said, keep Bellevue scoreless after you score. Now his offense can come back, put good swings on Crippen again to possibly tie or take the lead and keep the pressure. Even if they don't score, they want to get guys on base to keep the pressure on Crippen and on this coaching or on this baseball defensive staff.
Blake back to the mound for his 5th inning of work. He's allowed 4 hits, has struck out 3 thus far. Again, the winner of today's contest will play tomorrow afternoon at 3:30 against the winner of tomorrow's noon game between Doane University and the loser of this contest. So obviously the advantage to winning this, you have the upper hand to the championship game.
Yeah, this is the most important game these two teams have played all year to this point. Obviously, the winner tomorrow will play an even bigger game, but to this point in the season, this is a massive baseball game for both of these clubs because you want to have to be that team that gets beat twice in the championship game.
Leading off the bottom of the 5th inning, shortstop Chad Pike. First pitch, a little low, ball 1.
Yeah, that was that changeup. Good location, just down just a little bit.
Pike flew out on that play that ended the 2nd inning. There's a strike, 1-1, where Drew Staley went out into shallow right field to make the catch and then turned and threw out Chenier-Rondeau at the plate. Comebacker Crippen fielding a position and tossing over to first base. 1-3 on the play, 1 out in the inning.
Yeah, that was cutter on the inside on his hands. Really good location. Just chopper right back to the mound.
Bellevue, a solid defensive team all season long. In fact, the Bruins won 7 of the 9 Gold Gloves awarded at the end of the North Star Athletic Association regular season. The Bruins a .979 fielding percentage. Off the hands on the hit by Hunter Lenahan, fielded by Mathieu Serrois. He'll step on the bag and quickly 2 away.
Now again, that was that cutter in on the hands that he likes to throw to righties to get fit for the right-handed hitter to get fisted. They're not, if they get barrel on it, they're going to have to hook it foul.
With 2 outs, nobody on, back to the top of the order. 3rd time through for center fielder Aiden Alexander. Crippen again with an opportunity to get through an inning quickly. Chop to Townsend, takes a bad hop and goes over his shoulder out into left center field. A bad hop base hit keeps the inning alive.
Yeah, it just hit the edge of the grass and just shot right at CJ's face. I mean, it's either get hit in the face or let it go by you, and you know.
Don't have to think too much about that choice.
Yeah, he's moving out of the way pretty quickly.
Bellevue playing most of its games on the field turf at John Stella Field at Brown Park, so they're used to having the true hops most of the time, but that one just skewed through for the base hit. Throw over to first base, sending Alexander back as catcher Reese Retchford awaits at the plate. Retchford has struck out both times he's been up today. Five hits for both teams thus far. Bruins lead it by a score of 4-3. And that one gets away going down the right field corner. Alexander on his way to third as Mathieu Sirois throws it back on into the infield. So the first error against the Bruins allows Alexander to get to third base on the E1. So both pitchers hurting their own causes today.
Yeah, now Tread has to be very good defensively behind the plate. Anything in the dirt gets away, this game will be tied.
1-0 the count on Ratchford. 2 outs in the inning. Up and away, 2-0. Bruins had regular depth on the infield. This inning could have come to an end, but the bad hot base hit kept it going, and that allowed Alexander to live and advance to third on the air. 3-0 as Richardson makes a nice play scooting to his left. He'll ask for timeout to go visit with his pitcher. Blake may be feeling a little sorry for himself for making that errant throw to first. So
yeah, he's probably a little irritated,
yep.
You know, right now. Was it a smart decision? No, I didn't like the move to do that step off. He wasn't very far off the first base. That's a move that you usually do as a left-hander if they got a really big lead or if they look down. I didn't see any of that from the base runner, so I'm not quite sure what his decision was behind that move. But either way, he's got to make a good throw.
On 3-0, the comebacker off the leg of Crippen, deflecting over to Townsend at short, and the Bruins catch a lucky break there. We'll call that 1-6-3 to retire Ratchford. No runs on one hit. There was one error and one left on base. The Bruins get the advantageous break off the leg of Blake Crippen.
That was a base hit. Plain and simple. If that doesn't hit Crippen on the mound, that ball gets through and this game is tied. Just, again, unlucky as a hitter. You hit it hard, you hit it off of the pitcher, and it bounces right to the shortstop to where he doesn't even move. He just fills it up, makes a nice, easy throw to first for the out.
All right, so we've got 5 innings in the book. 4 runs on 5 hits, 2 errors against Bellevue. 3 runs, 5 hits, 2 errors for Oklahoma City Stars. 4 innings to go to see who has the advantage in this Bellevue bracket of the 2003 NAIA Baseball Tournament opening round. Mick Krupski and Chris Williamson with you, bringing you the broadcast. Thanks for joining us today. We appreciate you lending us your eyes and your ears for 2.5 to 3 hours or so as we try to make the broadcast fun as well as interesting. Tyler Polk back to the mound for the Stars as we get ready for the 6th. The Bruins will send up 8-9-1, part of the order. Richardson, Townsend, and Kobayashi. Definitely warming up today. Yesterday we were shivering. Most of the people at the park with heavy jackets and some blankets. Today it's shorts and t-shirts, the uniform of the day. Let's get a quick check of the temperature. 75 wonderful degrees, just a light breeze. Perfect day for playing baseball. Tomorrow's supposed to be another nice day as well.
For the Bruins, 13, Trad Richardson.
As we get ready for the 6th inning, catcher Trad Richardson will start things off for the Bruins. Trad reached on a sacrifice bunt attempt that pitcher Tyler Polk made an error on. Swings and misses, guessing fastball, got the curve, comes up empty.
Good location right there on that breaking ball.
Another breaking ball, that one catches the inside corner, now 0-2. Bellevue, the champions of the North Star Athletic Association with a 25-3 record in conference. 46-8 overall. Oklahoma City Stars finished in 3rd place in the regular season in the Sooner Athletic Conference. Fastball past Richardson for the strikeout. First out of the inning.
Shortstop, number 7, C.J. Townsend.
Good at bat on the side of Tyler Polk right there, pitching wise. Breaking ball for a ball, and then blow by him with a fastball. Good pitch selection right there.
6th strikeout of the game for Polk as C.J. Townsend heads to the plate. Chopped on the ground to third. High hop, but handled over there nicely by the third baseman, Tristan Williams, for the second out of the inning.
Center fielder, number 15.
Back to the top of the order for the Bruins. Here's the 4th time through for Kanta Kobayashi. I'm going to strip down to my t-shirt because it's getting warm in here.
Yeah, let's see if Kanta can change the approach right here. Hit it the other way with what he likes to do. As there's ball 1 to Kanta. He likes to attack, but in this situation, I would almost like to see him take a few to break Tyler's rhythm.
Fouls that one out of play, opposite way. 0-2 the count on the Bruins center fielder. In this tight contest, 4-3 our score. Bruins up by 1. That pitch stays upside.
Yeah, if he can get on, even with 2 outs, like he's done the other times he's been on base, he creates a lot of havoc and a lot of pressure.
Chopped on the ground to short. Glove there by Pike. His throw across the diamond is dropped at first base. A throw in the dirt. E6 on the play. The error on the throw by shortstop Chad Pike. So the Bruins inning stays alive.
Just a routine ground ball, but the hustle of Kanta going down the line, the hard running down the line, made him rush to throw a little bit, and he didn't make a good throw. Should the ball have been picked by the first baseman? Yes. If you ask the first baseman, yeah, he picks that ball 90 times out of 100, but that wasn't one of them.
Here's Drew Staley trying to keep the inning alive. Drew shows bunt. Pulls it back, but it's a called strike 1. Third baseman Williams kind of playing back. Drew thought he'd try to take advantage there. We've seen the Bruins already with a couple of bunt base hits today. Now Williams in front of the baseline. Bounced in front. Kobayashi off to the races. The throw to second base. Not in time. It'll be a wild pitch. But Kobayashi now in scoring position.
No, that's a great ball in dirt read. He was breaking before the ball actually even hit the ground. He was able to see it before it hit the ground, and he took off. That was the only way he was going to be safe.
A strong throw by the catcher Ratchford, but Kobayashi got there easily despite the protests of the second baseman Hunter Lenahan. 2 balls, 1 strike to count on Drew Staley. Trying to drive home Kanta Kobayashi with the 5th run of the game for Bellevue. 4-3 currently, up by 1 are the Bruins. The number 1 seed against the number 3 seed in this 4-team tournament. The throw to second base, Lenahan tries to sneak back behind Kobayashi, but the throw too late. Both starters have gone the distance. Staley takes the pitch in the strike zone. 2-2 the count on a breaking ball from Tyler Polk.
Yeah, let's see if he can. He's swinging a hot bat so far today. Let's see if he can keep it going and drive in another run.
2 hits already for Staley. Let's go for a hat trick here. Chopped on the ground to second base. Lenahan gloves it, rights himself to throw, and gets the job done to retire the side. For the Bruins, no runs on no hits. There was 1 error and 1 man left on base. Bellevue has stranded 7 runners through the first 6 innings. As we head to the bottom of the 6th inning, it's Bellevue 4, Oklahoma City 3.
Good inning right there by Polk. Yeah, he did have a runner on base, but that's not on him. He did his job. And let's see if Oklahoma City can get on the board here and tie it up.
1 more text message in the queue. Let's give that number out one more time. If you'd still like to join us, let us know who you are, where you are, what players you want us to salute. 402-515-7654. am cheering for my Stars again from New Mexico. Go Stars, you can do it. Thanks for doing such a great job announcing the game for us. Well, you're very welcome. Chris and I love being around the old ballpark. We're both former players. In fact, I played until I was 59 years old, limping around the bases. And
I did not.
loved every minute of it. Here we go at the bottom of the 6th inning, leading it off with a solid base hit to left field. His 3-hole hitter, Jesse Fontaboa. Second hit of the game for Fontaboa. So the tying run on first base, and at the plate, first baseman Trent Corrali.
Good start so far right here by Oklahoma City. Let's see if they can, what kind of pressure they can keep going on Crippen right here.
Corrali 1 for 2 on the day. He scored the first run of the game for the Stars. Not the guy you'll probably have sacrifice bunting. Breaking ball called strike 1. Good start by Blake Crippen. Blake from the stretch. Another breaking ball, gets another call on the outer half, 0-2. Now Corrali's going to have to go defensive mode at the plate.
Good 2 breaking balls right there, both on the outside corner. He can't do a whole lot of damage with those locations right there.
Corrali flew out to right field his last time up. He'll go down swinging this time up as Blake Crippen comes with the heater. A little extra pop on that one.
That's actually a big-time strikeout. That's the best hitter in their lineup. You know, what you don't want to do as a pitcher is let the other team's best hitter beat you. And that's what Crippen did right there. Fantastic job. Now, this guy is their hottest hitter.
Felix Chenier-Rondeau, the 2-run home run to left center field his last time up. That's his 5th hit of the last 2 games. Fouled back to the net. The strikeout of Corrali, the 4th strikeout of the game for Blake Crippen. Had 2 Ks in the first inning, 1 in the 3rd, and now 1 in the 6th.
It does look like we have action in Bellevue's bullpen.
Breaking ball, good location in the zone, now 0-2.
Parker McMahon down on the bullpen is starting to warm up for Bellevue.
Dustin Shorey went the distance yesterday, so Bellevue has its full complement of relief pitchers available today. Crippen with back-to-back strikeouts. First base is occupied, so Chenier-Rondeau has nowhere to go.
Those are 2 major strikeouts right there by Crippen in this part of the game. Their 2 best hitters up, guy on first base, nobody out. Those are 2 massive strikeouts.
Used to have a coach who'd say, that was bull in your neck. Never quite knew what that meant, but I'm assuming it's a good thing. So Blake bulled his neck on the last 2 hitters. Now he has to face Barrett Daniel, the left fielder. Daniel, solid single to left field to keep the inning going. Advancing Fontaboa to second.
Third baseman, number 24, Tristan.
Yeah, it was just a hanging breaking ball. He's caught way too much of the plate. Put a very good swing on it.
Next up, third baseman Tristan Williams. Williams reached on an error his first time up, flew out his second. Popped up on the infield. Who's going to take charge? Third baseman Nick Grade calling for it near the mound. And he'll look it in to retire the side. No runs on 2 hits. There were no errors and 2 men left on base. The 2 strikeouts against Corrali and Chenier-Rondeau, real big in helping prevent runs on the board for Oklahoma City in that inning. 6 innings in the book, 2/3 of the way through it. It's the Bellevue Bruins 4, the Oklahoma City Stars 3.
Yeah, big time strikeouts right there for Blake, and then obviously with 2 guys on, getting a pop-up to end the inning.
Tyler Polk will continue on for Oklahoma City. He's given up 2 runs in the first and 4th innings to account for Bellevue's 4 runs. Oklahoma City with a single run in the second and 2 in the 4th. That's their 3-run total.
Bellevue's got the part of the lineup they want up right now in this inning to tack on and do more damage into this part of the game.
Looking ahead for the Bruins in the 7th inning, it'll be the 3, 4, 5 spots in the order as the Broom crew hustles their way around the infield. Hey, thanks for somebody sending us a little text note here. These guys are great on the radio. Well, thank you for that. Chris and I appreciate all the compliments we can get. Well,
yeah, I don't get them very often.
Let's go Stars, cheering our boys from Tomball, Texas. Another Lone Star State fan joining us today as we get ready for the 7th inning. The Bruins with a 1-run lead. Logan Grant will start it off. Logan is 2 for 3 today. Popped up on the infield. Williams, the third baseman, in foul territory, will make the catch. Took kind of a circuitous route to get there, but he secures it. 1 pitch, 1 out in the 7th inning.
Yeah, not that Wynn was playing tricks with moving that ball around, but he was kind of moving all over the place to find that route. But good job by Polk right here to get the leadoff man out.
Light wind from right to left, under 10 miles an hour. But it had a little impact on that one. The first pitch to third baseman Nick Grade, a breaking ball for a called strike 1. Nick, a walk, a hit by pitch, and a fly out. Down now 0-2.
Polk's actually settled down. Yeah, he gave up 2 more in the 4th, but those are fielding issues. He didn't give up a whole bunch of hits.
There's a hit, though, for the Bruins as Nick Grade pulls his hands inside, aligns that solid single to left field. His first hit of the day.
Baseman number 27.
So Polk has been pitching pitch for pitch right now with Crippen, and it's been very good to see out of the rough start that he had in the first inning. He settled down really well.
Next up for the Bruins, first baseman Mathieu Sirois. This would be a nice opportunity for Mathieu to launch one out on the Lincoln Avenue. Mathieu an 0 for 3 on today. Looks at a called strike 1.
Yeah, Polk's doing a really good job of keeping the ball away from Mathieu. Fastball away, breaking ball away. He's doing a really good job at not giving him a whole lot that he can pull.
Fastball, outer half, now 0-2.
So if I'm Mathieu and they're still throwing me away, I would make the adjustment of moving up on the plate to try and turn that outside pitch into a middle pitch.
Here's the pitch from Polk. That one's hit in the air to center field. Center fielder going back to the warning track, and he'll pull up one foot on the warning track gravel. Mathieu Sirois just missed sending that one. Got it about 390 plus feet, but it's just a long out for the second out of the inning.
Yeah, again, we saw that earlier in game 1. Fly ball, deepest part of the park, and you're on the warning track. You hit it 395 feet, and it stays in the yard.
Any other part, and that one's long gone. Nice job by Aiden Alexander to backtrack to get there for the catch. Next up for the Bruins, right fielder Anthony Lind. Anthony looking for his first hit. Does have a run batted in the first inning on a fielder's choice. Swing and a miss there, 0-2. Nick Grade, the Bellevue base runner at first. Grade does have 4 stolen bases on the year. Lind stays alive, fouling that one out of play.
Be curious to see if there's any movement here with a good, possibly breaking ball count.
Count remains at 0-2. Runner goes. Swung on and missed on a breaking ball. Tyler Polk with a big pitch pulling the string on Anthony Lind to retire the side. No runs. On one hit, there were no errors and 1 man left on base. As we head to the 7th inning stretch, it's the Bellevue Bruins 4 and the Oklahoma City Stars 3.
Yeah, let's see what you got 9 outs left, and you're chasing 1 run. What do you got to do to get on base? What can you do to manufacture a run, manufacture a couple runs in the next 3 innings, and keep Bellevue Bruins off the scoreboard to possibly pull out a win here? So I think it's going to come down to can Polk continue to keep this Bruin lineup off balance with the way he's been throwing, and he's done that lately. He's been throwing really, really well as of late. And can this lineup do anything against Crippen as we're getting late into this game, and Parker McMahon for Bellevue is down in the pen and ready to go, and they can bring him in at any moment's notice to possibly finish out this game. So can Oklahoma City find a way to get on base and find a way to scratch out a few runs to pull this one out?
In the bottom of the 7th inning, it'll be the 8-9-1 part of the order. Pike, Lenahan, and then the top. Blake Crippen continues to work for the Bellevue Bruins. As the first man he will face is shortstop Chad Pike. Pike 0 for 2 today. Fly ball and a comeback ground ball. First pitch bounced to home plate, ball 1. See a lot of the athletes, student athletes from a lot of other sports at Bellevue University on hand here this afternoon to root on the Bellevue baseball squad. And working on their tans as well, many of them. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Almost the same spot right in front of the plate. Now 2-0 the count.
So far, good start right here for Pike. 2-0. Does he take a strike right here to make it even up a little bit, make Blake throw a strike, and he takes it, but it is another ball, 3-0. He's got to be taking here 3-0. In my opinion, you don't want to give yourself an out when you're up 3-0 and you're down by 1. You got to find a way to get on base and make Blake throw a strike.
And he does not do it. 4 consecutive balls. Chad Pike earns the base on balls. That'll bring to the plate the 9-hole hitter, Hunter Lenahan. I'll bet my house payment that he'll be up to sacrifice bunt here.
Yeah, I was just going to say, you can guarantee that he's going to bunt in this situation right here to get the tying run in scoring position with your leadoff hitter coming up next.
Bellevue third baseman Nick Grade on the infield grass. First baseman Mathieu Serrois holding the runner close at first. Crippen comes set and delivers home. Bunt is bunted foul.
Yeah,
not a good attempt there by Lenahan, already trying to run before putting the ball down.
Yeah, he was trying to push it towards first base, probably push it towards to where Drew Staley is right now, towards second base, to get it between, past Crippen, between Drew and Mathieu to possibly even get a base hit out of it.
I like that, Drew and Mathieu. Here's the 0-1 pitch from Crippen. Again, a bunt, but bunted in the air. Serrois will glove it for the first out of the inning. So a failed attempt to sacrifice by Hunter Lenahan. One on, one out.
Very good location by Crippen right there. Fastball up in the zone, more than likely to get it popped up in the air for the out. It's actually fantastic location.
Back to the top of the order for the Stars. Here's center fielder Aiden Alexander. 1 for 3, Alexander, so far on the game. He's been running his legs off out there in center field. To throw to first base again, it's a wild throw. Ball down into the right field corner. Runner around second base on his way to third. And the throw comes back to the middle of the infield. So the second throwing error against Blake Crippen, trying to keep a runner out of first base. Serrois and Pike got tangled up over there, but nothing that's going to rule an offense, and that'll bring Dwayne Monlex out of the Bellevue dugout. Parker McMahon has been warming up in the Bellevue bullpen. If we don't have a change, this meeting might just be to talk strategy with his infielders as one out in the inning and the runner at third. What to do in case of a square.
Again, I'm not sure why he decided to use that pickoff move in that situation. He's 2 feet off the bag. He's already thrown one away from in that exact same situation already. Don't take the risk. Make Oklahoma City hitter beat you. Don't give them a run in scoring position, because now leadoff hitter up, guy on third base, squeeze. You know, that's what's running into my head right now.
Yep.
Leadoff hitter up, squeeze to tie the game, and go from there. Now, this is the momentum right now is on Oklahoma City. Crippen he's got to get a strikeout right here. Anything else, the game is tied. You know, looks like infield's going to be in, so ground ball and or a strikeout is what you need. Anything other than that, the game is tied. All because you decided to do a step-off move when it wasn't needed.
All right, we're ready to get back to the action. After the visit from Dwayne Monlex, Bellevue infield up on the edge of the infield grass. The base runner at third is Chad Pike, 1 out in the inning, 4-3 our score. Bruins on top. Here's the pitch to Alexander. Fly ball out to right field. Anthony Lynn coming on hard. Here comes his throw. The runner tags and then goes back. Strong play by Anthony Lynn out in right field. The one-hop throw to the plate denies Pike the opportunity to try to score. If he would have tried, he would have been out dead to rights.
Yeah, ball wasn't hit very deep. Lynn was running in, had a running start to get behind that throw and made a strong throw. He would have scored. He would have had 0 chance to score.
Bruin moved the infield back to regular depth now. 2 outs in the inning as Reese Ratchford steps in. The Stars catcher. Chopped on the ground. Townsend, nice big hop up to his midsection. His throw was on the money. Tip of the cap to Blake Crippen and the Bellevue defense to get out of the inning after extending that runner to third base. No runs on no hits. There was 1 error and 1 man left on base. 7 innings in the book. The Bellevue Bruins 4, the Oklahoma City Stars 3.
Big couple pitches right there by Crippen. Coming up big. Coach Monlex takes a mound visit, probably to calm him down a little bit, probably talk about what was going to happen if they do dying squeeze. But Crippen comes up, makes 2 fantastic pitches to get swings for outs. A great throw from Lynn in right field to keep the runner from scoring. But at the same time, Oklahoma City, in that situation, do you really want to be swinging at the first pitch? Not giving yourself an opportunity to score a run when guy on third base and only 1 out. You should come up and you swing it back-to-back first pitches. Those aren't very productive at-bats in that situation. You want to be a little bit more selective to get something that you can actually do some sort of damage with. But give Crippen credit. He came back and didn't give them anything they could do anything with.
Oklahoma City now having a little trouble leaving men on base. They've left 4 on base in the last 3 innings, including 3 of the 4 in scoring position. So they're looking for the big hit. The Bellevue Bruins looking to try to extend their 1-run lead as we head to the top of the 8th inning. Lacey, Richardson, and Townsend, the first 3 scheduled hitters. Tyler Polk back to the mound for the Stars. There is action down in the Oklahoma City bullpen. That looks like number 30, Connor Ferguson, a right-hander, loosening up. Should Polk need some relief in this inning.
Left fielder, number 21.
Here's left fielder Jake Lacey. Lacey 1 for 3. Just missed a home run in his middle at-bat as he laced one to the base of the wall in left field. Actually, it's a fence, not a wall, but oh well.
Same difference.
Jake looking to try to get on base. First pitch, breaking ball, low and away.
Let's see if Bellevue can get back to doing the pressure baseball that got them the 4 runs so far in this game.
Tries to hold up his swing. They'll appeal to first. They say yes, he went around far enough. 1-1 the count.
You know, Bellevue has scored by drag bunting, getting base hits, stealing bases.
Strike 2 called.
You know, keeping the pressure on this defense. I mean, they've caused 3 errors so far, and that's how they've scored 2 of their runs.
Down low. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count. Jake Lacey leading off the top of the 8th inning. Again, Bellevue, the visiting team in this matchup today. 2-2, chop foul. Hey, Dwayne Monlex, self-defense, knocks it down. And gets some grief from the fans as he doesn't come up with the play cleanly.
No, he would have yelled at his players for not making that play too. So
those who can't do coach, that was I was told in my coaching career. Down low now, full count. We heard from Coach Monlex's mom yesterday. She was on her way from Wyoming to come into Bellevue for today's tournament. I hope she's here and enjoying the contest. Swing and a miss, a breaking ball by Polk. Gets Lacey for the first out of the inning.
Big out right there to keep the leadoff hitter off.
8th strikeout of the game for Tyler Polk. Bruins not traditionally a huge strikeout type team, so kudos to Polk for his efforts today. Here's catcher Trad Richardson. Trad 0 for 2. Bellevue with 87 home runs on the season. They have not yet had one in this tournament. That's an average of 1.3, 1.4, something like that off the top of my head. Trad gets into that one to the left center field gap. He's around first, on his way to second. He will make it easily. A one-out double to the base of the left field fence. And the Bruins have a runner in scoring position in the 8th inning, courtesy of catcher Trad Richardson. Richardson will head back to the bench as courtesy runner Takumi Maeno steps in for the Bruins.
Yeah, it's a hanging breaking ball for Trad that he was able to put a really good swing on, get that double.
And a pinch hitter for the Bruins, Connor Barnett, who's been injured a chunk of the season. Been in the lineup, out of the lineup. Connor, recognized as part of senior day earlier this year, will have an at-bat here instead of C.J. Townsend. So Connor Barnett.
Pitch running, number 25.
I wouldn't be surprised to see Connor drag bunt right here.
Swinging, fouling it up the right side. I don't know, with the runner in scoring position, I'm going to give Connor the opportunity to try to drive him home. 1 on, 1 out in the 8th inning. Takumi Maeno, the runner at second base for the Bruins. Connor Barnett at the plate, pinch hitting for C.J. Townsend. Breaking ball misses away. Connor's been out of the lineup for the last couple of weeks, so trying to shake off the rust, see a pitch to his liking, and drive it somewhere into the green of the outfield.
Yeah, he needs his own medical tent to travel with him with how many injuries he's got going on right now.
Shoulder injury, hamstring injury. Fastball hits the outside black for the called strike 2, 1-2. Tip of the cap to Tyler Kometcher, the athletic trainer for the baseball program from Bellevue University. He's been kept busy this year by multiple injuries for the Bruins. Connor hits it deep to the shortstop. Pike from the hole, throws across the diamond to retire Connor for the second out of the inning. Maeno having to hold that second base as the ground ball hit in front of him. Good base running decision there by Takumi.
That was a good job by Polk right here. Everything was inside, inside, inside. He didn't want to get anything out over the plate that Connor could go the other way with. He had a ground ball at shortstop. Takumi had to stay right there.
Here's here's Kanta Kobayashi, trying to drive in his fellow countryman. Takumi Maeno from second base. First pitch inside, ball 1. Kanta 0 for 2, also has walked and been hit by a pitch. Kanta grounds it on the pull to first baseman Trent Corrali. He'll win the race to the base, and the side is retired. The Bruins threaten, but do not score. No runs on one hit. There are no errors and one man left on base. So the Bruins have left runners on each of the last 3 innings. As we head to the bottom of the 8th inning, our score remains the Bellevue Bruins 4 and the Oklahoma City Stars 3. Blake Crippen back to the mound again for the Bruins.
Yeah, let's see what kind of leash Coach Monlux has with Crippen right here. Does he give a guy on, 2 guys on before they bring in Parker McMahon with the big part of the order coming up for Oklahoma City?
Crippen does have 5 complete games on the season. This is his 15th start. All of his appearances have been in a starting capacity. 20 wins in his 2-year Bellevue career.
He only has 1 9-inning complete game, and that came in the conference tournament. So this is actually new territory, second game going into the 8th inning for him.
And a little encouragement for Blake. Go Bruins, go Blake. From Grandma Pam, listening in Milwaukee, Oregon. So do it for your grandma, Blake.
If you're Oklahoma City, this is who you want up in this part of the game. Your best part of the lineup coming up, down by 1, whatever you got to do to get on base to score a run.
Here's Jesse Fontaboa, the 3-hole hitter. The DH looks at a called strike 1. Fontaboa 2 for 3. Couple of singles and a run scored. Outside 1-1. So critical juncture of this game. We've had all kinds of critical moments, but probably none more important than this, the heart of the Stars order, the 3, 4, 5 hitters.
If I had to guess, Blake will stay out there unless he gets a guy on base.
Breaking ball popped up on the infield. Mathieu Serrois, the sun glinting off his sunglasses, opens up that first baseman's mitt and makes the catch for the first out of the inning.
Baseman number 9.
One big hitter retired.
Rally.
Here's Trent Corrali, the first baseman. Corrali 1 for 3 today.
I could see if Corrali gets on base, he could stay in for the lefty that's on deck.
Fastball fouled off the front leg of Corrali. 0-1 the count on the cleanup hitter. Felix Chenier-Rondeau on deck. He of the 2-run home run earlier in the game to bring his team back to within 1. Off-speed pitch popped up on the infield. Drew Staley going back into shallow right now. Anthony Lynn on his horse coming in. Anthony comes a long way to make the catch, calling off Staley for the second out of the inning.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Drew didn't see that or what, because, I mean, he caught it probably 10 feet from where he was standing.
As the sun starts working his way to the western horizon, it's just about 5:15 Central Time. Really, none of the outfield spots other than right are affected by the sun. Here is Felix Chenier-Rondeau. Looks at a called strike 1.
Good pitch on the inside corner for curveball right on the inside corner.
2 for 3 today, including that 2-run home run and a single. Strikeout victim his last time up. Crippen has struck out 5 on the game. Blake back to work, working quickly, swing and a miss. That sweeper going away from the left-handed batter.
Yeah, he's throwing a lot of his breaking balls to the left-handed hitters. He's not breaking them out to the other right-handed hitters.
Here's the 1-2 pitch, fouled back as Rondeau stays alive.
He wasn't happy with that. Wasn't happy with that location. You know, as soon as he fouled it off, Crippen's reaction was very upset at himself because he got away with the pitch right there.
Thank you. That was in his wheelhouse, but he just missed it. Here again, the 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball just pops out of the glove of Richardson. Well, we'll do it again.
Just the foul tip. Just got enough of it to where Trad couldn't hang on to it.
Again, a foul back to the screen.
I wouldn't be surprised with this pitch to see a cutter that starts off the plate and finishes more off the plate, away from this hitter to get him to swing and miss.
Just misses low. 2-2 the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out.
Yeah, if I'm Crippen, I'm wanting that pitch as well. That was a very good location.
Chenier-Rondeau waggles the bat as he awaits the pitch from Crippen. Hit in the air left side. 3 Bruins giving chase. Who's going to take charge? Left fielder Jake Lacey tries, winds up in the gravel. They say no catch. As it pops out of his glove, he gave it every effort. That can't feel good, diving onto the gravel of the warning track.
Yeah, at first I thought he had it.
Yeah, I thought so too.
I just saw it rolling down by the fence at the last second, so I thought he came up with it.
Just out of camera view that time. So Chenier-Rondeau stays alive. That's about, I think, 5 foul balls he's hit in this at-bat to stay alive. Count remains 2-2 with 2 outs. The at-bat continues. Crippen with the breaking ball just off the outside edge, so the count will go full.
This is a heck of at-bat right here.
This one-on-one battle between Crippen and Chenier-Rondeau. Blake has the pitch he wants. He delivers. The breaking ball for the strikeout to retire the side. A 1-2-3 bottom of the 8th inning in the heart of the order for Oklahoma City. A great effort by Blake Crippen. He comes off the field to claps and handshakes from his teammates in the Bellevue dugout as we head to the top of the 9th inning. The Bellevue Bruins 4 and the Oklahoma City University Stars 3.
Big inning right there. That was the best part of Oklahoma City's lineup. You know, up by 1, and you come out and you get strikeouts. And it's a massive inning. Now 3 outs to go for Crippen to finish this game off. Does he finish it off, or did they go to McMahon? Not sure. I think it's the same rule applies. If he gets a guy on, then they'll go to McMahon. Other than that, it's going to be Crippen's game to finish.
Tip of the cap to both of the starting pitchers. They've gone the distance. Blake Crippen for the Bruins and Tyler Polk for the Stars. We kind of thought this was going to be a high-scoring game today. 4-3 is a lot lower than we were kind of thinking a 9-8 game or something like that. But both starting pitchers have worked out of some trouble and kept their teams in the game. 4 runs on 7 hits for the Bruins. Also have committed 4 errors. That's very unlike the Bruins. I don't think they've had a 4-error game all season long. For Oklahoma City, 3 runs on 6 hits. They have committed 3 errors. As we get ready for the 9th inning, it'll be the 2-3-4 spot of the Bellevue order. Drew Staley will start it off. Drew had hits his first 2 times up, 2 for 3 on the day. Tyler Polk back to work for the Stars. First pitch fastball down the heart of the plate. Called strike 1. Looked like Drew was taking all the way to start the inning. Called strike 2, another fastball.
That's a good way to break your pitcher's rhythm, is not make an accurate throw back to him to where he has to go and chase it.
Spoken like a true former pitcher. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Misses off the edge, 1-2. Chop foul off the body of Staley at the plate. Count remains at 1-2. Again, want to remind you, tomorrow afternoon we'll be right back at it. A 12 noon game number 1. That'll be between the Doane University Tigers and the loser of this game between the Bruins and the Stars. And then a 3:30 game, the winner of this one versus the winner of the 12 noon contest. Ratchford wanted the call on that. In fact, he may have come out of his crouch too quickly and blocked the view of the home plate umpire.
Yeah, he came out way too soon. The ball wasn't even to him, and he started standing up to throw it around the horn.
Staley spoils that one by slapping it to the right side.
Get at bat right here by Drew. Make him work. See what you can do to get on base. Create havoc.
Chopper to short. Pike gloves it. Throws it across the diamond. 6-3 on the play to retire Drew Staley for the first out of the inning. Nobody throwing in the Oklahoma City bullpen, so this one is Tyler Polk's to complete unless the sky falls in on him here. Logan Grant next up for the Bruins. Logan with a couple of hits today. 2 for 4 for Grant. Foul back to the screen. Grant, one of 4 different Bellevue players with double-digit home runs on the season. Grant with 11, Lacey with 13, Nick Gray leading the way with 15, and Mathieu Serrois with 12. 87 home runs on the season for the Bruins. 63 home runs for the Stars. But the Stars with a 1 home run to none advantage in this one. 2-1 the count on Grant.
Logan would like to make that a 1-1 count right here to make it 1 home run to 1 home run.
Popped up, and it'll get out of play. 2-2 now the count on the Bruins designated hitter. Off the outside edge, 3-2. Ratchford tried to frame that one, but just off the outside edge, so a full count.
You could tell he wanted that pitch right there for strike 3. That was a really good location.
Payoff pitch upcoming from Polk to Grant. Logan into right field. That'll drop for a base hit. Logan around first, on his way to second. Felix Chenier-Rondeau tried to make the sliding catch, but he short hopped it. It squirted out of his glove. And Logan Grant with a 1-out double to get into scoring position.
I'm not a fan of that play right there in right field. It's late in the game. You know, it's 9th inning. keep the ball in front of you to keep the double play in order.
Oh, a good effort, but it goes to the advantage of the Bruins. Now Nick Gray, the cleanup hitter. Nick, 1 for 3 today. That's going to go to left center field. That's going to drop for extra bases as well. Here comes Grant to score the 5th run of the game for the Bruins, an RBI double by Nick Gray on the first pitch, seeing a pitch to his liking and drives it into the gap. Now 5-3 our score, and the Bruins do pick up an insurance run and an opportunity for another.
Massive run right there. A 2-run difference, or 2-run game, then a 1-run game. A huge difference, huge mentality for the Bellevue Bruins right here. Massive, massive run.
Next up for the Bruins, first baseman Mathieu Serrois. Breaking ball for a called strike one. Good location on the inner part of the plate on the pitch from Tyler Polk.
Let's see if Mathieu can get something he can handle and get a nice little base hit to score a 3rd run right here. Or to make it a 3-run lead, excuse me.
And now there is action in the Oklahoma City bullpen, and Reese Ratsford, the catcher, will go out to the mound to talk with his pitcher, give the bullpen some time to warm up, and now one of the assistant coaches will come out as well. So a little delaying tactic here. Trying to see the number of the relief pitcher in the bullpen. It's either 25 or 23. Looking through a pane of glass, a screen, and some netting, so kind of hard to focus exactly. A right-hander working down there.
I guess.
And now the home plate umpire out there to break up the conference.
My guess is it's 25, Cole Sedgwick.
Yes, 25, there we go.
Yeah, it's Cole Sedgwick down in the pen for Oklahoma City.
And now the home plate umpire pointing to the third base umpire for some unknown reason. I guess he wants to make sure he's back to work on timing between pitches. Back to the action. Tyler Polk comes set. Bruins with 1 run in, looking for more. Serrois lays off that pitch in the dirt. 1-1 to count on the Bruin first baseman. Two-run lead is big. A 3-run lead would be even bigger for the Bruins. Fastball on the knees for the called strike. Polk has done a nice job mixing it up against Serrois all game long, keeping him off balance, off timing.
Yeah, he's done a very good job against most of this Bellevue lineup.
Serrois down the right field line. And that will drop out of play. Felix Chenier-Rondeau giving chase, but doesn't have enough distance to make the play. Mathieu drove one 390 plus feet his last time up to straightaway center field, but into the glove of center fielder Aiden Alexander. Bruins hope he can maybe turn on one. Stays alive with the foul ball at the plate. Off the shin guard of the catcher, Reese Ratchford.
Yeah, good at bat, good battle right here by Mathieu.
Home plate umpire gives the catcher a little extra time to recuperate after that bang off the shin. Everybody's okay, and we're back to the action. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count. 5-3 lead for the Bruins in the top of the 9th inning. Breaking ball, Mathieu again fouls it back to the screen. Looking ahead to the bottom of the 9th inning, it'll be the bottom half of the order, 6, 7, 8. Scheduled to hit for the Stars. Breaking ball swung on and missed. So Polk pulls the string on that one to get Sirois swinging and striking out. First time striking out for Mathieu today. That's the 9th strikeout of the game for Polk. So it'll be up to right fielder Anthony Lind to drive home Grade from second base with 2 outs.
Big 2-out hit would be huge right here for Bellevue.
Lind was red hot earlier in the year, and he'll take that one off the backside on the hit by pitch. He'll trot down to first base.
Left fielder number 20.
And it'll be up to left fielder Jake Lacey to drive home another run. Jake with a double and a run scored as part of that 2-run 4th inning. 1 for 4 on the day, and here comes a second visit to the mound from the coach. That'll mean the end of the line for starter Tyler Polk. He will go 8 2/3 innings in this one. He is the pitcher of record on the losing side for the Stars. Despite a great effort, 9 strikeouts, allowing 9 hits. Some handshakes and fist bumps from his teammates on the field, while his teammates in the dugout await. So tip of the cap to Tyler Polk for a solid effort today for the Stars.
Yeah, he pitched extremely well today. He gave his team everything that he had. You know, he started off a little rough in the first inning, giving up 2, but he settled in a few mistakes, by himself, a few fielding errors that he created on his own. Gave Bellevue 2 more runs in the 4th. But other than that, he's kept his lineup off balance extremely well. 9 strikeouts. He is, the record of the 2 runners on base right now. But he pitched extremely well, and he gave Oklahoma City every chance they could get to win this baseball game.
Let's get to a couple of texts in the queue while the relief pitcher coming on gets his warm-up tosses. The new guy on the hill, Cole Sedgwick, the freshman right-hander from Tomball, Texas, will get his tosses. Come on, Stars. Winning doesn't suck. Y'all got it. I think we had that text yesterday as well. It still makes me laugh. Here's one more dad joke. What is the best advice you can give a baseball player? If at first you don't succeed, try second base. Bada bing.
Cole's appeared in 8 games. He has an 0-1 record. He's got a 4.3 ERA. He's thrown 10 innings. He has 10 strikeouts. He's given up 5 earned runs, and teams are hitting .295 off of him. So his job is to come in and get this last out. Keep it at a 2-run game. Any more than that, it's going to be extremely hard to come back. Bottom of the order. They haven't produced a whole lot at the bottom of the order so far today. So he's got to do whatever he can to keep this lead or keep this deficit at 2 runs.
Jake Lacey stepping to the plate for the Bruins with 2 on and 2 out. One more text. Go Bruins from Jake Lacey's favorite cousin, Camden, listening in Colorado along with Grandma, Montana. Jake, first pitch swinging, fouled out of play. 0-1 the count against the new pitcher, Cole Sedgwick. Only the second pitcher of the day. The set, the pitch. Lacey drives that one down the left field line, but it's going to wind up in foul territory. 0-2.
Yeah, he just hooked it about 15 feet foul. He hit it extremely hard.
Grade the runner at second, Lind the runner at first. Lacey at the plate. A base hit would score 1, an extra base hit would probably score 2. Sedgwick with the delivery. Sidearm pitch into left field. That's going to score a run. Rounding third base and heading for home is Nick Grade. And Jake Lacey comes through with a big RBI single to make it a 6-3 game. Big
inning right here. Pushing the lead up to 3 in the 9th just gives you that much more cushion to work with. So does that mean Bellevue sends Crippen back out to finish this game? Do they bring in Parker McMahon? Do they go with somebody else to finish this game? But these 2 runs in this inning are extremely huge.
Next batter for the Bruins, the catcher, Trad Richardson. Richardson doubled his last time up. Fouls it back to the net. That may have got a piece of the hand of the catcher, Reese Ratchford. Sedgwick with that sidearm delivery. Again, when you bring a relief pitcher, sometimes you want to change arms, sometimes you want to change direction, sometimes you want to change speed. So Sedgwick, a different look than what Tyler Polk had brought to the game. Foul back to the net once again, 0-2 on Richardson. Trad steps out for a moment, gets a big deep breath, now he's back in. Oh, 2 the count. Trad lines it to left field, but into the glove of the left fielder. Barrett Daniel makes the play to retire the side, but the Bruins do pick up 2 more runs on 3 hits. There were no errors and 2 men left on base. As we head to the bottom of the 9th inning, the Bellevue Bruins 6, the Oklahoma City University Stars 3.
Yeah, and they're sending Crippen back out there to finish the game off. Bottom of the order, he's got to go in attack mode. They're probably going to be taking a strike, to be honest with you. They got to get at least 2 guys on base to even get the tying run at the plate. So he's got to go on attack mode. He can't be too fine, with getting ahead. He's got to go pound the zone right away. If they swing, pound it into the ground, outs, that's fine. But attack on Crippen.
Those 2 runs got to be a psychological boost for Blake, knowing he's going to get some extra support, get back out there.
Yeah,
get that adrenaline going through his veins.
It just makes it that much easier on him. Because I bet if this stayed a 1-run game, I'd be surprised that he's even back out there. They probably would have went to Parker or somebody else to finish out the game if they kept it at 1 run. But with it being a 3-run lead now, he's got a little bit more cushion to work with. Now, does he still get a guy? If a guy gets on base, then do they go to the hook? Does he get 2 guys? Does the tying run have to get on base? So there's a lot more to work with here that Coach Monlux and the coaching staff can do. But if you're Oklahoma City, you're probably taking a strike, and you can't get out of the way of the pitch if it's going to hit you. You gotta fight and fight and fight.
Bottom half of the order scheduled for Oklahoma City, leading it off the 6-hole hitter, left fielder Barrett Daniel. He's 1 for 3 today as Blake Crippen winds and delivers, not taking a strike. That one's hit on the right center field. Anthony Lind over, and he'll make the play. 1 pitch, 1 out. We talked about this yesterday as well, kind of the old philosophy of if you're behind in the last inning, take a strike if the pitcher's kind of struggling. Blake's not really struggling. He's only allowed a couple of walks, but it looks like we'll have a pinch hitter here for the Stars. That'll be number 20, Noah Kang will pinch hit for Tristan Williams. Noah Kang.
Yeah, he's hitting .250 on a year and 100 at-bats. So just kind of give Crippen a new look, get something going, and it's trying to give him a little bit of a spark.
Kang, a freshman from Edmond, Oklahoma, takes the first pitch low, ball 1. Again, the tying run in the hole, so the Bruins hoping that they don't get anywhere near bringing that to the plate. 2-0 the count. Kang will more than likely be taking a pitch here. Blake shakes. And he's swinging on 2-0, and that hits Drew Staley in the face. It must have knuckled or something on him, and Drew is on 1 knee out in shallow right field. Tyler Komitcher, the Bellevue athletic trainer, heading out there to take a look at him. The sun would not really be of any effect on that one. It just deflected off his glove into his face.
Yeah.
Occasionally, line drives off the bat have a little bit of a knuckleball movement to them as you get them off the top of the bat.
Yeah, not sure. Like, it looked like he had it all the way. And it just, I don't know if it hit off his glove and then hit him in the face.
I think that's what happened.
Because
either way, it's going to hurt.
Right. Yeah. His glove was right here, so he just didn't squeeze it and it ricocheted into his face. Which, yes, that's gonna hurt. Hopefully, it didn't hit him in the nose, because if that's the case, that's possibly a broken nose. If it hit him square in the cheekbone, it could have broken his cheekbone. And there's a whole lot of situations that could happen right now.
And none of them are good.
No.
Tyler Kometcher holding his hand to the face of Drew Staley right now as we have a delay here for the injury, and the ultimate indignity of that, he'll get an E4 on the play. Noah Kang, the runner at first base, 1 on, 1 out, as we have this temporary stoppage, as the medical kit being hustled out to the field. Let's hit a couple of final text messages while this is going on out there. Let's go Cole from Tomball, Texas. And go Bruins, Teron Williams family in the barbershop in Kansas City, Missouri. Say keep up the awesome commentary. Thanks again for that. You guys have been with us all season long. We appreciate you checking in. As again, the attention on the field right now to Bellevue's second baseman, Drew Staley.
My guess is that it hit him in the nose, because I think if it hit him in the face, looks like they're working on a possibly bloody nose. If it hit him anywhere else other than the nose, I don't think he'd be bleeding that much. I'd be worried about it swelling up to where he can't see if it hit him anywhere else, unless the laces caught him just right and he, possibly got cut open from the laces. But the way it looks like he's working on a bloody nose and trying to get the bleeding to stop.
Yeah, now one of the players has kind of moved out of the way, make it a little easier to see. And yeah, it is the nose that they're paying the most attention to. So there's a little bit of blood on the right hand of Drew Staley as well, where he obviously tried to stem the flow of blood. Tyler Kometcher using proper safety technique over there with his gloves on his hands. And now Tyler's going to signal in.
Now, here's a question. Do you keep Crippen into this game? This is, a decent amount of delay. Do you keep him in this game, or do you go with Parker and to finish it out? He's fresh, 100% fresh. Crippen's had a couple-minute delay here now, and so he's not going to get any time to warm back up because the injury didn't happen to him. So what does Bellevue do at this point on the mound? Because now the tying run is on deck.
A 3-run lead for the Bruins at 6-3. We're in the bottom of the 9th inning. 6 runs on 10 hits and an unusual 5 errors for the Bruins. That will hurt their fielding percentage, coming in .979, tied for tops in the NAIA. 3 runs on 6 hits, 3 errors for Oklahoma City. There was only 1 error total in the 2 games yesterday, a combined 8 in this one today.
And 4 of them have come from the pitchers.
Yeah.
3 of them on pickoff plays. And it looks like Tyler's just kind of washing the blood down into the field off the grass. But I'm curious if Drew's going to stay in here, which doesn't look like anybody else is warming up playing catch.
Yeah, Aaron Garner
right
is a possible replacement defensively. We've seen him play middle infielder at times for the Bruins.
So yeah, it looks like Drew's going to stay in. I don't see Aaron down there playing catch or anything like that. He was warming up his arm shortly after it happened, just in case. But looks like Drew's going to stay in.
Man, that's got to earn him some kind of Purple Heart or something for that effort if he does. And I'm sure his teammates will give him a hard time after the game is done if the Bruins win about catching it with your glove instead of your face.
Yeah.
So.
But as long as they win, I think if Oklahoma City's gonna, make a comeback right here, they probably won't give them any hard time.
No.
But Oklahoma City now put the pressure back on Crippen, especially if he stays in this game. Put the pressure back on him to make him throw strikes. Okay, he's had a decent amount of layoff now. He doesn't get any warm-up pitches, or he shouldn't get any warm-up pitches. and make him attack and throw strikes. So next hitter up needs to be a little bit more patient, which is, I'm kind of surprised that they're not going to make the move. They still might make the move right here based off of this delay, and bring in Parker, which is probably what I would do.
And a nice round of applause for Drew Staley, as he is going to stay in the game. Bellevue fans and Oklahoma City fans both giving him some accolades. Tip of the cap again to Tyler Komicher for being Johnny on the spot to treat the Bruins second baseman. As looks like we're going to get back to it. Blake Crippen will stay in for the Bruins.
Shortstop, number 8.
And the next man he will face is the shortstop, Chad Pike, the 8-hole hitter. And now the home plate umpire wants to confer with his fellow umpires. And it looks like everybody's ready to go. So are we. Back to the action. Again, 6-3 our score. Bellevue on top, 1 on, 1 out in the bottom of the 9th inning. First pitch swinging is Pike. Comes up empty.
Yeah, fastball blew it right by him.
Bellevue looking for a double play ground ball here. Wouldn't that be a fitting conclusion if Staley's able to turn a double play here? Breaking ball just misses inside.
He tried to wear it. You could see him leaning in, threw his elbow out just a little bit. He was trying to get on base to get that tying run to the plate.
Richardson holding the ball there just an extra half second, trying to get the call from the home plate umpire. 1-1 the count on Pike. Throw over to first base. I think if I'm Dwayne Monlex, I'd be going crazy at this point. Forget about the runner at first and concentrate on the batter, especially after 2 throwing errors earlier in the game. Blake comes set just above the belt. Delivery home, breaking ball on the back door for the called strike 2. 1-2 the count on Pike.
Very good location right there on that breaking ball. Backdoor breaking ball right on the outside corner. Fantastic location. He can't do a whole lot of damage with that.
Pike 0 for 2 with the walk. Fouled out. Count remains 1-2.
That was that cutter in on the hands. Again, perfect location. You know, he barely got a piece of it to stay alive. I wouldn't be surprised to see a changeup outside right here.
The set, the pitch. Again, a foul. Went down off the front foot of Chad Pike, so he's still on the ground. They got him right on the top, on the laces of the foot, I believe.
Yeah, that's not going to feel good.
Been a tough bottom of the 9th inning for both teams. Staley taking one off the face on the line drive. And now Pike off the foot. He's still trying to get some feeling back in that left foot.
Keep fighting to stay alive if you're Pike right here. Keep fighting until you can get a pitch that you can put in play for a possible base hit.
1-2 the count on Pike. A little flare on the infield. Mathieu Serrois will call for it in foul territory. He'll make the catch for the second out. The Bruins 1 out away from advancing to the championship round tomorrow afternoon at 3:30.
Second baseman.
Last hope for the Oklahoma City Stars, second baseman Hunter Lenahan.
Again, that was that cutter in on the hands. You know, can't do a whole lot of damage with it. Fantastic location right there by Crippen.
Lenahan 0 for 3 today. First pitch swinging, chop foul up the third base side in front of the Stars dugout.
Almost looks like that's what he's going to mainly right now. Again, that was another cutter. When he's right and it's in on the hands, there's not a whole lot of damage that can be done with that pitch, especially with the tying run on deck.
Bruins trying for their second complete game victory from the starting staff. Dustin Shore yesterday, Blake Crippen trying to do it today. A little one-hopper to short. Townsend across the diamond to first, and the Bellevue Bruins with 3 two-run innings in the first, the 5th, and the 9th win this game by a score of 6-3. 6 runs on 10 hits and 5 errors for the Bruins. 3 runs on 6 hits and 3 errors for the Stars. With the victory, Bellevue is now 47-8 on the year. With the loss, Oklahoma City drops to 31-20. That means the schedule for tomorrow is set. The 12 o'clock noon game will be between the Doane University Tigers and the Oklahoma City University Stars. 12 noon on that game, the Bellevue Bruins move on to the 3:30 game where they will take on the winner of the noon game between the Stars and the Tigers. A 6-3 victory for the number 1 seed. We'll be back tomorrow as well. Chris, some of your final comments here, observations on this victory for the Bruins.
This game was what we kind of thought it was. It was back and forth. The energy today was completely different than it was yesterday. On both sides, this game was a fight. It was a heavyweight fight, and it became between Crippen and Polk, yeah, sorry, excuse me. It became between those two. They were going pitch for pitch, battle for battle. You know, Polk had a few mistakes defensively that basically cost him this game, or if you think about it. A pickoff that was able to score, a bunt that wasn't able to get fielded, and they were able to score. You know, the 2 runs in the 4th inning, that's the difference in this game. Those 2 runs were basically because he couldn't field his position, and it's sad because he pitched way too well to have that be the difference in the game. Bellevue didn't play great defense. I mean, they had 5 errors themselves, so it's not like they played stellar defense either. But Crippen also did a much better job at not letting those errors become more and more runs. You know, I think all of Crippen's runs were earned. You know, the 2-run home run. Crippen did a fantastic job at keeping them off balance with the cutter, with his changeup, would break out his breaking ball every now and then. Polk fantastically was pitch for pitch with them. And when this lineup is going good for Bellevue, it's pressure baseball. It's bunting, it's stealing, it's hitting and running. And then you'll get the occasional home run. This team doesn't play for the 2-3 home run like Bellevue teams have in the past. That's just not the way this team is built. Oklahoma City, they got to come out tomorrow against Doane at 12:30, or at noon, excuse me, and they got to come out and like their lives depend on it, because their season does. You know, it's win or go home now for them. Bellevue is in the driver's seat. They are sitting pretty. They have to get beat twice. They've only used 2 pitchers. That is a massive advantage for them. They got their entire bullpen. They still got 2 of their 4 starters still that are in their regular rotation. They still have the advantage that Bellevue has on Doane and Oklahoma City right now is above and beyond what else they have, because right now when Oklahoma City and Doane are at each other, they got to get to Bellevue. So they're going to pitch whoever they need to get to Bellevue and then figure it out from there. Bellevue already knows who they're going to throw. So the advantage right now is with them. So it's great to see for Bellevue. Tough to see the way that game ended for Oklahoma City. So tomorrow will be very interesting and it'll be very fun.
We're looking forward to it again. The 12 noon elimination game between Oklahoma City University and Doane University will be back on the air about 10 minutes before noon with our pregame show. And then game number 2, the Bellevue Bruins will wait to take on the winner of the noon game. If Bellevue wins, they have punched their ticket to Lewiston, Idaho. If whoever wins that elimination game at noon beats the Bruins, and that second game will have one more day of activity on Thursday at noon. So the Bruins hoping that won't be necessary. The Stars and the Tigers will wait in the wings to hope this goes to a Thursday contest. Thanks once again to Chris Williamson for his insight and commentary in this one. And thanks to all of you for listening in this afternoon. We hope you're right back here tomorrow. Signing off for now on behalf of Athletic Director Ed Lahotek, Bellevue baseball coach Dwayne Monlux and his staff, everybody involved with the Bellevue University Athletics program, Mick Krupski saying enjoy the rest of your Tuesday and come on back for more baseball on Wednesday right here on the Bellevue Bruins Sports Network. Take care.